The raid on Onigashima has finally begun. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Volume 1, the anime and manga podcast where we highlight and discuss new series each week. But today we are back again with more Done Piece, which means that my name is Josh Kawamatsu Michaels, and I am joined by
Mehgan Shinobu Perrine.
Let's freaking
Go!
go! Thank you for tuning in to another episode of our Done Piece series. Today is Wano Act 3, Part 2 of 4. Today we're going to be talking about chapters 975 through chapter 1000. We're at 1,000. We're at 1,000. We did it.
We
We're
did
at 1,000.
it. Oh my God.
We're at 1,000. We did
You
it.
sound like you're choking. You're choking on excitement.
I'm choking on excitement, dude.
Yeah.
This was a jam-packed, action-packed chunk of chapters that we decided to talk about today. I'm a little hindered by the cosplay. My movements are a little hindered.
Yeah, we really went for it. We really went for it today.
Bro,
for the listeners, we are dressed up as obviously Shinobu and Kawamatsu. And we did it.
We did do it, dude. We told you one of them was going to be goofy. And, here it is. But I do want to say that this is like version 2 of the Kawamatsu cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
Version 1 was cursed, dude.
Yeah.
Version 1 was bad.
I'm sure if we added like the little details, but no, this one's way better.
Yeah, dude, I have a picture I'll probably put up so you can see. It's probably still a little cursed, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just a tad. Mine is cursed as well.
Yeah, yours looks great, though. You do look like, you were ripped, straight from the manga.
I wanted to do her justice.
I mean, not saying anything about, your body or anything. I'm just saying.
No, it's okay. You already said it.
Okay, what were you going to say?
No, I just said, like, we get the flashback of her as, like, a young,
right,
bewitching, if you will,
right,
Shinobu ninja. And I was like, you know what? I want to do this girl justice because she held it down.
Mm-hmm.
She held it down. She continues to hold it down.
Mm-hmm.
And I have nothing but respect for this woman. And there's nothing deadlier than, a mature woman. And I wanted to show that today.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that. Sitting next to you, I could feel it too.
Yeah.
I just like Kappas and Fishman and Kawamatsu.
Yeah, Kawamatsu's the GOAT.
Let's start talking about these chapters, Mehgan. Holy fucky. This is a jam-packed, action-packed chunk of chapters. We meet for the first time, finally, so many new characters, so many fun characters. And I have to say, dude, after 1,000 chapters, I finally found my Corazon.
Dang, I know we discussed this. I think we discussed it off mic, obviously, but
yeah.
You finally found.
Yes,
you finally found her.
I finally
I'm happy
found
for
my
you.
Corazon, and it is none other than Ulti.
Ulti.
Ulti is like she's it. She's it. Like there's no one else that can ever achieve.
Robin.
I mean, Robin is a close second. Robin is a close second. But
wow.
Ulti in terms of like character design and you know what? With that thing.
Oh, okay.
Ulti.
Just to be clear, there's no thing being shown.
Yeah, there's no
I don't know what thing you're referring to.
I mean, that skirt is mighty flattering.
Oh, she's got that, oh, okay, that's what you meant by thing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she's from Whole Cake Island, if you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, dude, I love the introduction of Ulti. We finally meet Yamato. I took down some general thoughts, for us to talk about before we start going through it beat by beat. But my notes are all over the place because so much shit happened.
Yeah, it was all over the place, but in like the best way. I mean, we get to see so many highlight moments. We get to see finally, just a glimmer of the Straw Hats fighting alongside each other. That was probably one of the highlights for me because we don't see it
Bro.
a lot. So when we do get it is just like a treat upon treats. And, you know, we get flashbacks, we get more information about Ace.
Yeah.
And it was very emotional, but, you know, you could feel it. You could feel the raid energy. You know what I'm saying? It felt very satisfying, and there was a lot of moving parts, but I felt like I was able to clearly, you know, feel what was going on in each scenario.
Yeah, dude. No other crew, no other team, when assembled, makes me this happy. When I see them together, dude, when I was reading it, I was like, oh, I kind of feel kind of fuzzy, dude. And I looked down, I was floating.
You were floating in the air. You were levitating.
I was levitating. And Oda does this, dude. Oda splits the crew up constantly so that when they are together, man, you feel it.
Yeah.
Man, it is so, it brings so much joy to my heart, to my soul when I see them all together. And we're talking about all of them together.
Yeah.
Because finally in this part, Daddy Jinbei decides to come back.
Yeah, he decides to fucking show up.
He was busy,
Thank
Mehgan.
you,
He was
Jinbei.
freaking busy.
I know he's busy, but like in a time of need, he came at the right moment.
He came at the exact right time.
Exact right time. Yes, sure. But
he got his official title.
He did. And they're trying to like celebrate during all of this.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it could, do a little toast to make away. Even Frankie's like, should we toast?
Yeah.
That was so cute. And we finally get him in the straw hats. And yeah, like you said, like just seeing them all together and that moment with Kinemon and everyone being like, oh my gosh, we forgot to tell them. And I'm like, they can hold it. They can hold it down. We don't see it often with all of them. But even seeing like Robin fight again, I feel like we haven't seen her do like fighting in a long time. She's usually like looking for the Ponglyphs, whatever. I mean, she's not like technically like a fighter, but it was so amazing. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Jinbei gets the official title of helmsman.
Yeah.
And there's even a panel where he's sitting in the seat like Geordie LaForge on the Enterprise. You know what I mean? Like he's just sitting there, and it's just that seat is made for him. And to get his official like Straw Hat Crew title further like solidifies that like he is here to stay. Now this is his crew.
This is his ship. He lives here now.
He lives here.
I
He
wonder
moved
what
in.
Frankie made for his room.
Well, Frankie even was like, Nami was kind of gassing Jinbei up like, Frankie, ain't no one going to steer the Sunny. Like, he's already been doing it. While you were gone, he was holding it down. Ain't no one steering the Sunny like Jinbei can study it, dude. There was like a big wave. It was a whole thing. You missed it.
Missed it, but don't worry. And then Frankie's like, he's like, okay, sick.
Yeah, Frankie
sick.
was like,
now someone
hell
can finally give this ship what it deserves.
Right,
that's what he said. And I was like,
yeah, dude, because he's like, bro, I got too many jobs, dude. I'm fixing everything. I'm steering the ship. I'm kind of like, stretching a little thin, even for a cyborg.
I have like, I have to make time for my girl, Robin. Gotta have that date night, you know what I'm saying? So it makes sense that, he'd want a little bit off his plate.
And, there's so many things that happen, so many very significant things. But, to us here at the Volume 1 podcast, another very significant thing was another Frobin moment. Just saying.
Just putting that out there. Literally not only in the manga, but also in a cover page, a nice cover page, colored, very nice, very cool. And you see Robin, where's her arm?
Interesting.
It's literally caressing Frankie's chin.
Right.
Bro. I've seen hugs. I've seen a high five, I've seen maybe a handhold from time to time. But a caress of the chin, like she got thrown back like that, and she's like smiling, and he's having a great time. Like it looks like she's like sitting on his lap. I was like, okay.
I mean, even outside of cover pages, dude, when he pulled up on that rhino cycle, the goat mobile, as I call it, the goat cycle.
I mean, it's a rhino though.
Right, but he's the goat, Mehgan. Jesus Christ.
Okay, don't fucking start. Don't fucking start.
I don't have a lot of mobility in this cosplay.
You think that you can just have, exactly. You think that you just because you Kagewatsu today, oh, you're so cute. Oh, I'm so cute. I have a weakness.
I'm a ferocious warrior, dude.
But he's adorable.
I'm
you can be a ferocious warrior
dude.
and be adorable.
I want to be taken seriously. I want to be taken seriously because I'm a warrior. But he shows up on the rhino cycle, dude, and gives a little pat to the seat. Little pat. come on over here, Robin. Why don't you sit on the back of my bike?
Yeah, do you need a ride? You need a
need a
ride?
ride? Come
And
on,
then
girl.
Robin goes, oh, yeah.
Hop on, girl.
I would like a ride. Tee-hee, with a little fucking heart. I was like,
With a
bro.
little heart. It was a little heart in the word bubble. All I'm saying.
Little heart in a word bubble. And then Brooke takes the seat, and she looks a little disappointed. That's all I got to say.
She doesn't look disappointed, dude. She looks like she knows she's got Frankie. She knows she's got him. So she's like, this is cute. I'm going to let this happen because I'm secure. I know I got my mans.
I know I got my mans. And yeah, even with, that Jinbei interaction.
Yes. And that was cool seeing them together too. Seeing two, I feel like Robin and Jinbei are the most like-minded.
For sure. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like Robin likes Frankie because they're not the same.
Right.
Just like complete, a lot opposite. They're goofy.
Right.
But opposites kind of attract. But Jinbei, like that's like her homie, like that's like her friend, like that. She confides in Jinbei to get advice.
Right.
On her daily life.
Them go, play their part in the raid too, and kind of bring that. They brought this like level-headedness to everything.
Yeah.
Like it's just really cool to see them be able to bounce off each other in that way. I just love to see it. We also meet so many other cool characters. We talked about, and we're gonna go, like I said, beat by beat, but we can't not talk about this stuff up top. We also meet on top of Ulti and Page One, who we already met, but we finally get to see what he looks like normally, I guess, when not in his devil fruit form. The shit keeps sliding back, dude. I feel like I look more like Kanjiro than freaking Kawamatsu.
No.
But we meet Yamato. This is a character that, of course, in doing what we do, having to make thumbnails, whatever, and we're pretty careful about how we search things and Twitter and everything.
Fan art, cosplays at cons.
Right. This is a character that we were aware of, that we both knew about, but had no idea what part this character played
or their
in
connection,
the overall story, or their connection, and we find out that Yamato is the daughter/son of Kaido.
Yeah.
And this is interesting too. Like, I want to find out more about Yamato and how she identifies. Dude, she seems like she identifies as a man.
And everyone around her, including Kaido.
And that was crazy too.
Yeah, it's not like, it wasn't like a thing that was like up to interpretation. It was like, obviously, Luffy's like, I'm kind of confused. And I think we do see a moment where someone says like Kaido's daughter or like a woman or something, and Yamato gives like this look of like, no, I'm not, like I'm Odin, bitch. So
now I don't know if that's just because she's an Odin super fan. I don't know if that's just how she identifies because she is an Odin super fan. And I don't know if Kaido is supporting it because, when it comes to like heirs and
hierarchy,
that sort of monarchy, I guess.
Yeah,
that it just maybe sounds better to say son, or if Kaido's just an evil guy but a chill dad.
He's not a chill dad. He did lock Yamato up until literally at the age of 8. Yeah. So yeah, but maybe progressive.
Right. He might be evil as shit, but progressive at the same time. You could be both.
Yeah, you could be both, but. Again, we're not exactly sure because, again, we don't want to look up into too many things because of spoilers where we're at right now. So what do you think? Like Yamato,
right?
Like they or just Yamato? They've expressed that it's he.
Right.
And Yamato has expressed, I am.
Right.
Want to be a man.
Right. I might bounce back and forth from he to they for now because we met so many other cool characters like Okiku, who identifies as a man. And
Okiku is a woman.
Okiku identifies as a woman.
Aizo,
who is a man.
Yes.
That dresses like a woman. You gotta come right. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be on it.
Yeah, you gotta be on it. You gotta come right. You gotta come correct.
I want to, yeah, but again, I don't want to look if it is confirmed later. Like, I don't want to spoil it.
If they start using, the pronoun of she.
Yeah.
At a certain point. Then,
so I don't know yet.
I don't know. That's why I'm just
Yamato.
Gonna say they. I'm gonna say Yamato. Whatever. We're just trying to be respectful. Okay. Anime and manga community can use a little bit more respect.
Yeah. Preach.
Yeah.
Bitch.
But talking about Okiku and talking about Izo, we get a little reunion here too.
Oh.
And this was a very heartfelt moment.
I would give an arm and a leg to see that reunion again.
That's fucked up, dude. That is so disrespectful That is so disrespectful.
Okay, I'm scared of you. I'll keep you at arm's length for right now. Okay.
It was sweet, dude. It was sweet.
It was so sweet.
And it broke my heart when her arm went flying.
Yeah, and then it like ended up in another Zoro.
Yeah,
at
dude.
Zoro's feet. I was like, how did you end up here?
Right.
What the heck? Maybe it was like a Edo style.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Crawling around like cousin
It.
It.
He's like,
Is that cousin It, or is cousin It the hairy thing?
cousin, it's the hairy thing. I don't know the name of the hand. Uncle Hand.
Honestly, probably. But anyway, on top of that, we also get to see the return of Marco. Marco shows up, and Marco is another character that something about this man, every time I see him, I mean, he's another wholesome daddy. Like him and Sabo are wholesome daddies. Like they show up, and I don't know, man. I love Marco's vibe. Like, of course, he's super powerful and is definitely an asset in this battle. But just like his presence there and his presence as a character, as a person is something I really enjoy. I
mean, yeah, we get to see firsthand him just like casually talking to Big Mom, like just having a casual conversation. Like you could just like that just enforced like how powerful Marco is, like how how much history they have between each other too. And we know that from seeing the flashback before. So it was just like a really cool moment. And I have a theory about Big Mom.
Okay.
In that moment, you know how Marco said dead men can give no orders.
Right.
And she said like, oh yeah, she said that, I think. She said like dead men can give no orders, like, right. And she looked kind of evil.
Okay.
So maybe she's gonna like backstab Kaido.
Oh, I mean, she's already talking like she's gonna backstab Kaido. There was another moment where, you know, he was talking about moving Onigashima, right? When he was moving it to the flower capital. And she was like, oh, well, if you're willing to like destroy the flower capital, then I'm assuming your road poneglyph's not there, right? And he's like, whoa. He even tells her like, chill out. Like, you're showing your hand a little too early, Lin.
Lin,
you're showing your hand a little too early, Lin. And she was like, I mean, she's like, my bad. I'm just asking a question because we're going to need it to get the One Piece. Because they say again here that they're teaming up to do this. Like with new Onigashima that Kaido wants Yamato to be the shogun of. They're basically going to want to make Wano. They're going to want to erase it, make a new Onigashima, make it a paradise for pirates, you know? While they go off and they find the ancient weapons and find the One Piece. Like, this is endgame level shit right here,
That's what I'm saying. Like, now this confirmation, once the world government, like, finds out more about what's actually happening, like, there's going to be Marine team-ups. Like, there has to be in order to, like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Unless one of them, like, at the end of the act, like, gets done, like, gets taken out. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know how it's gonna end up. But yeah, we get to see also like Drake, you know?
Yes, and you were already talking about ends to a means, right? And the Marines possibly having to team up, like a Kainu, I'm talking, like, you know, having to team up with the Straw Hats or having to team up with pirates. And already Drake here in this moment because of Kobe too, and the words that Kobe told him about Luffy, how he described him, which is just beautiful. Like Drake has to team up with them just to meet his ends. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't maybe want to, but he's a pirate himself too. You know, he was part of the worst generation, but also it does seem like it has been revealed that maybe he was just, I don't know, that was just a position he put himself in for this other secret organization that he's a part of. You know?
I think Kobe really does realize, I mean, from being saved by Luffy #1 from Alvida in the very, very beginning, seeing how determined Luffy was when it came to injustices, when it came to all these people who shouldn't be in power, who were just awful, awful people. He saw that all firsthand. So all these other pirates, all these other Marines that like don't know what Luffy's actually doing and is just seeing the ramifications like, oh, well, he, Marine 4, like he did that or he shot, world government flag. Like this guy's a menace to society. He needs to be stopped. Impel down. What the heck? And it's just like, bro, if you actually look at the timeline of what he's actually doing and helping all these fucking people, then maybe you wouldn't have this like connotation, like this idea of what the Straw Hats are actually doing.
Right.
And Kobe sees that and is just like, these people are good people. They're pirates, but they're actually doing.
There's a difference, yeah.
There's a difference in between all the other pirates, like even Buggy. I mean, even all these other people that are just doing what they do because they want to gain whatever they want to gain back. Like the Straw Hats aren't doing that. Like they are just like going from place to place and helping people in need. And that's why even Drake at maybe 2 was just like, oh yeah, you guys want to defeat Kaido. Like that's what I want to do.
Right.
Like that's what I want to do. That's what we need to do. Because it's gonna go to shit pretty quick. And hopefully more people can see that.
Yeah, dude. And like I said, like he's working with the Marines or this secret organization in some capacity as their captain already, right?
Yeah.
Captain, commander of Sword. So yeah, but I guess I just feel like this is even more reason because he's secretive about the reason that he wants to. He's secretive about his ultimate end game, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I can't tell you exactly why right now, but just know that our common enemy in this moment is Kaido. So allow me to fight by you, right?
And I love the crew's reaction. They're like, no. Like, don't trust this guy. And Luffy, of course, is like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Luffy's like, all right, cool, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever, do whatever you want. Oh.
We also got to see some other crazy stuff on top of all the crazy stuff that we've already mentioned. But one of the craziest things, in a way, was the death of Orochi. Like, I guess in hindsight, right? Like, I should have seen him going out this way. I should have seen that there really was no other way for him to go out.
Bro.
But I did not expect it.
It's, he was a figurehead at the end of the day. He was making moves, he was making choices, but Kaido was the one pulling all the strings from the very beginning. He would not be able to have the power he has because if Kaido wasn't there, someone would have taken him out.
Right.
Indefinitely. So it's like Kaido was the big bad. Like Kaido has always been the big bad. So the way he took out Orochi was just like, you don't mean anything to me now. Now I've gotten what I wanted, like pretty much. And now I have this alliance. I don't need you to be barking at me and giving me,
right.
Oh, you should do this or you should do, oh, these people protect me. It's like, no, you're wasting space. You're wasting time. And it was very, very satisfying.
Yes, it was very satisfying to see that guy's head get sliced off, dude.
No, it wasn't even sliced. It was sliced in half.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. It wasn't one of these, One Piece deaths where someone just gets kind of shot or even put in boiling oil. But it was like, nah, dude, head sliced in half.
Yeah.
Like there's no coming back. I mean, there maybe is always a way to come back from that, maybe.
But it's just
but there's really no way to come back from
it. It was just like, wow. Cuz like this man did all of these steps to continue to do bad things. And he thought he was real secure. Like Kaido don't play no games. Like he was like, slice, bye.
Right.
And it was done like that. And yeah, it was great by the person he teamed up with. And it just, again, reinforces this alliance thing, alliances getting broken and agreements not being what they seem.
Right.
So.
And, we do see, but I think that the reason, just like Big Mom and Kaido have aligned themselves, and we're worried, I think, as, fans of me, especially Law and, the Straw Hats, there always is this inevitability of, they can't, this alliance can't last forever, right? How is it going to end? Is it going to end once they accomplish their goal? Or my biggest fear, will there be betrayal? The reason I don't think there will be betrayal is because of what Law kind of discovers here.
That's what,
in this chunk of chapters too. He sees the Poneglyph and decides and even says out loud to Corazon, like, I've resolved to figure this out. This checkered past,
Oh my God. That was so emotional too. Him just like always being the person, obviously as a kid, he's kind of like, Corazon, you're not funny, you're not cool, like I'm not gonna laugh for you, I'm not whatever. And to finally like admit it to himself, like, you know what, like I'm gonna obviously living his life, but like take your advice.
Right. Because
this is what is imperative at this moment. I feel like everyone is, the boiling point, like I said in the past episode, it's like everyone, this is it. And you could feel that with all of the all of the characters.
Yeah. You really can't feel it in this, dude. This is like the final battle. Everything since Punk Hazard, really, which I understand for people who were reading it week to week, was years and years and years and years. But everything since then has been leading up to this moment. The stakes are high. The stakes are real. We know what all of the stakes are. And the clash, this is where the clash begins. And it's absolutely insane. The only other thing that I thought was awesome, too, is just finally getting to see Cat Viper and Dogstorm Sulong forms as well.
Yeah.
Goddamn, dude. And their new little, like, Cat Viper has like a little guts arm now.
Yeah.
And Dog Viper's got a sword leg.
I mean, we always knew that they were strong, but that scene with Kaido, like, not I wouldn't say pleading, but just kind of like stepping in and being like, I'm not going to just stand by and let you kill one of my men, because he knows that they will and they can.
And they can.
Because they're that strong. He even says, like, they are so strong. They are that strong. Like, you will die. I mean, it's a team up.
Yeah.
Two of them against this bitch. Like,
yeah.
I was like,
and they're finally able to get that sort of revenge against Jack for the destruction that he caused on Zoe.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really satisfying. And a lot of moments of heartbreak. Like I said, a lot of moments of being introduced to these awesome characters, this whole Toby Ropo group of people.
Yeah.
So sick. Ulti, Page One, highlights out of that group for me.
I
Ulti,
mean,
my One Piece official waifu. Law, I don't even know who my official husbando is.
Law.
I mean, I wanted to say Law, but then I was like, damn, I might have to reconsider. I don't know.
Okay. But like we said in the previous episode, you didn't know anything about her. How do you feel about her, headbutting Nami, breaking Usopp's nose? I mean,
she's powerful. She's an admirable foe.
So this is another Yasop situation where you kind of just look past their
Bro, what
flaws.
do you have against Yasop, dude? Bro, what do you have against a man answering the call of the sea? Usopp's fine. His wife did die, but, and I don't know whether he knows that or not.
He doesn't care.
I'm sure he does care.
You think he's ever going to go back?
Maybe.
Definitely not.
Maybe he will. Maybe he really does. It's something he sits with every night. Something he thinks about every night.
Nah,
haunts him.
He's the type to,
you don't know him. He's the type to what? He's the type to what, Mehgan?
He's the type to, when confronted, say that.
Yeah. I thought about it every night.
Yeah. No. I really was.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm just holding out judgment, dude. I believe Yasop. I believe Yasop had a good reason. I believe he had a good reason. Maybe he didn't. And I'm ready to admit that if it happens, when it happens. But you're talking about Nami real quick. First of all, Frankie and Chopper, we're, how we feel, and we're Frankie stands, Chopper stands over here. Both had amazing moments.
Bro.
I feel like Frankie and maybe Chopper, I don't know how you feel about that, but
Chopper
I feel
had a great moment. No,
for sure. But I feel like Frankie was handling, right? He always handles. But I feel like he was just taking a back seat, dude. I was like, damn, where's Frankie at, man? Frankie fixing ships. Frankie's just like doing like, you know what he's doing? He's doing the work that nobody wants to do. He's doing the work that doesn't get all the glory. He's over there.
He doesn't want the glory.
He doesn't need the glory.
He doesn't need the glory because he's confident in himself and his abilities.
But he had one of the craziest lines that he's told Nami, dude.
That was my highlight. That was one of the highlights because we get to see it later on. But bro, this is the time. Like, this is the time. Nami's like, run! This is the Emperor. You can't go. And Frankie's like, it was a little sassy too.
It kind of was.
I was like,
dude.
damn, like chill, because Nami, like as much as I love Chopper, we get to see even when they're fighting at the Toki Gate, we get to see just like Chopper, Nami, and Usopp kind of just watching the rest of the gang doing their thing. So
which I kind of did feel like in that moment. I was like, damn, you guys can do shit too. Like you guys can like Usopp did do some shit throughout. Like Usopp had these moments sprinkled throughout where he was helpful, and he had that really funny moment where he was like doing things and then hiding behind Nami and like acting as if Nami was the one doing them.
Speaking for her like a puppet. But
Chopper with all his forms, you know what I'm saying?
He could have.
And Nami she at this point still had Zeus, Yeah,
that was a tearful departure too.
Right.
Felt bad. But yeah, Frankie just saying, we can't run. You think if we keep running, our captain is ever going to be the pirate king?
Right.
King of the pirates? Like, hell no. What did he say exactly? He goes, run away from an emperor of the sea? You even trying, Nami?
Yeah.
Do you want to make our captain the king of the pirates? Like asking her a rhetorical question.
He looked at her and he's like, are you even trying?
Are you even trying, Nami?
I'm over here trying to make our captain king of the pirates.
I don't know what you're doing.
You are doing right now.
Interesting.
That's kind of crazy.
Nami, do you even want our captain to be king of the
Kind
pirates?
of seems like you don't want our captain to be king of the pirates.
I don't know.
But that's exactly what she needed to hear in that moment.
Yeah.
And we did see it come back. And we saw her really redeem herself.
In her own way.
In her own way.
In her own way.
Yeah.
Ulti's a madman. I mean, again, Nami's just a human. Usopp's just a human. Of course, Usopp can use hockey, but I mean, that headbutt game, what that headbutt do, you know?
For real, what that head and what that butt do, you know?
The dino fruits too.
I
Woo!
love it, dude. Seeing,
You're
I
obsessed.
think Sasaki, I believe his name is, and I have all the names written down too. But the Triceratops and seeing who's who, the Sabertooth, and I can't even pronounce what kind of freaking dinosaur Ulti is, dude. It's got like every letter of the alphabet in it, dude. I was like, damn, it was the longest word I've ever typed out in a note before.
I think page 1 is the Spinosaurus though. That was cool. That was cool.
Right.
I love their relationship. They're so funny and it's so believable. I love it.
They would be really fun to cosplay. I'm just saying.
I'm just throwing it out there.
But yeah, dude, that's what I mean. Like, and I'm so glad we finally are at this point now where we have met these characters, you know? I feel like, again, certain things are unavoidable, and I am so, I mean, we are very careful, and I am just so glad that the reveal of Yamato being Kaido's son, or daughter even, is because some people say daughter, some people say son. But that wasn't spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Even Ulti, like, you know, we had been sent like her name for references, so we could look up references of reference pictures for cosplay. But yeah, dude, it was just so fun to finally meet these characters and not get any of their backstory or who they were as characters spoiled.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Anything else you want to say before we start going through beat by beat?
No, I think we pretty much touched on all the highlight moments, and we'll go more in depth with them. But yeah, again, such a blast. I mean, it just keeps getting. And by this, and when we're sitting down and recording this, actually, apparently, I think it's 1057 just came out, and that's the end of Wano.
It just worked out that way, man.
Isn't that crazy? It's
destiny. It's fate.
It's inherited will. And yeah, it is just so wild that it, you know, of course, I think like a mutual a friend and a friend of the podcast, Alexa, you know, we send Corazon memes and like other Corazon related things to each other.
Yeah, you got a little Corazon fan club going on.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. But I think she posted a story just saying, like, you know, I just want to say people are kind of upset about how Wano ended. I just want to say I love Oda and I appreciate this whole thing as a whole, but I know people will have some things to say about how it ended. And that just made me like,
wow.
I was like, wow. I mean, I'm not there yet and I didn't see anything, no spoilers. But shout out Alexa for that little, it's not going to affect how I feel about it because, you know, everyone's like, Wano's overrated. And how do we, I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
So we will love it either way because it's great, but it was interesting. It was, I mean, I mean, someone's always got something to say.
It definitely piques my interest.
Someone's always got something to say, but again, it's done.
So let's start going through it beat by beat. Like I said, there's so much stuff that happens. We're going to do our best to get through everything. We're going to give moments to as many things as we have time to give moments to. There will probably be things that we miss, but we're going to do our best. And I know people like long episodes, but we're going to try our best to not make it too long, because I do think there's a limit. People are like, oh yeah, we like long episodes, and then you put out a 6-hour episode, you know, and then
now you're just teasing them.
right.
That's what they want. We'll have it 2 hours, and then we'll have a loop of the rest of the remaining hours. Just be
right.
You know,
us dancing in our cosplay.
Us dancing.
Yeah. All right. So let us begin. Where we open up, this is right after the Kanjuro reveal, and Kanjuro is shocked at the arrival of Law Kid and Luffy.
Good.
Good.
Face crack, bitch.
Kanjuro.
Traitor.
The Sunny, survived because it's obviously made from the Wood of Adam, the jewel tree, of course, dude. How foolish.
How foolish of me to assume that Frankie wouldn't have made a ship that could survive explosions.
Yeah,
I mean,
come on. You got to be a little more creative than that, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
Duh.
No shit.
Yeah. It's made of the Wood of Adam, the jewel tree. Duh.
Yeah, Oda definitely slapped us in the face with that one. We were like, fuck. I felt so fucking dumb in that moment.
Then we see that Law Kid and Luffy attack Kaido's ships. Bro, they're dynamic, and even that panel of them doing all of their like signature moves, dude. I can't even describe to you. I don't know if you're gonna get. I don't know how many people out there when I see are gonna get this reference, but when I see the three of them together, like doing some of their signature moves, and the paneling and the art, bro, I don't know if anybody's gonna get this reference, but I feel like a gentleman's studio figure, dude. Erect. They're the studio that makes the best figures, the best anime manga figures.
They're coming out the Law one, and
I know.
Someone in our community said, like, I wonder how his devil fruit ability is gonna work out with this one. What if he he pulls it off and puts it in a box, and he's holding it. He's holding his
he could
dick.
He could. This is just an awesome moment, an awesome epic, display.
Yeah.
Of these three and their dynamic, specifically, actually all three of them, seeing Luffy and Kid being more similar but still very different, and Law being the one who's kind of like the straight man. He's kind of like, Jesus Christ, like, would you guys get it together?
Yeah.
And they're, like we said previously when they were in Udon, like just their combative or competitive relationship.
Yeah.
Then we see Kyoshiro show up and reveal himself to everybody else to be Denjiro, telling Kinemon and gang that he was able to liberate 1,000 samurai from the prison quarters, and now they have an extra 1,200 soldiers on their side.
I knew this man was going to come through. I knew he wasn't just getting information, intel. Like, I knew it was going to be a big build-up to something that was, like, fucking awesome. Like, he had to.
Right.
Like, he had to. Like, and that was just awesome. Like, the hope is back. The hope is real.
They say the raid hasn't lost a single step. This was hilarious to me, dude, when Denjiro tells Kinemon about Kinemon's brilliant plan.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, dude, it was Kinemon, you're so freaking smart, dude. You saw right through the obvious answer and saw through to Yasu the Hedgehog what he really meant. And about the wharf. And everybody already left last night, dude. Brilliant. Kinemon, I should have never underestimated you or expected anything less from you. And Kinemon's face was like, what the fuck? There was another meaning to the symbol.
It just worked out. It's fate. It's fate.
It is
fate.
Yeah,
Kinemon's hilarious though. And even I think what's his name? Big Head. Raizo's just like, I know you're fucking Cappy. Like,
bro, the next at the beginning of the next chapter, they're all surrounding him. Like, come on, dude, tell us the truth, dude. Just be honest, dude. It's okay. It worked out. Just be honest. You had no idea. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. It was.
You have to double down. In that moment, you have to. Yeah, you have to. But
this is one of the hardest I've ever laughed.
Oh yeah.
This was so funny.
Hilarious. And we get to see obviously Momonosuke is still in the hands of Kanjuro, and Momonosuke had some really, really great moments here. He
finally stepped up.
He's been
edging
towards
it. He's been edging towards it, but he's a child. But yeah, like circumstance and
that's exactly like he has to, and he knows that all of these people have this like expectation of him. He even says like, I know I'm not Odin. Like, I know that better than anyone. But, please don't worry about me. I'm going to figure it out. Like, just keep moving forward. Because he knows the stakes. And he knows that if, they stop everything to get him, like, it's not going to go according to plan.
Right.
So that was really, really great to see him step up and, like, realize the situation. And even, I love how he says that speech. And, Luffy immediately just, like, roasts the shit out of him.
Bro, that was
He's
amazing.
just like, oh, yeah, great. Yeah, you finally stepped up, you little baby bitch. Or whatever. It's like, oh, my God.
Like, you're a brat and you're a crybaby, but you know what? Like, I'll come rescue you.
Yeah. And everyone's like, who is this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Who did this? Who is this man saying all these horrible things about him?
But, he says, I'll come rescue you because we're pals. And Momonosuke's like,
he's scared shitless. Bro,
But that is true bravery, dude. Acting brave when you are scared. That is true bravery.
Yeah.
We even see that Kawamatsu tries to save him, Momonosuke, but is unsuccessful because of Kanjuro's not only been hiding that he's a great artist, apparently, but that he's got some moves that he hasn't been sharing with everybody either, and his new ink cloud move. So it just goes to show you this man's got stuff up his sleeve that even we are unaware of because he has been acting a role this entire time. The ship, this is where we see the ship's long-range weapons put them at a disadvantage, but this is right when the one, the only, Granddaddy Papa Bear Jinbei shows up.
Granddaddy Papa Bear.
I mean, Oda said, right? He's like the grandfather of the group.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't that Brooke?
Or maybe Brooke. Yeah,
I
maybe
think he
Brooke.
said that before Jinbei.
Well, what
was
is Jinbei like? Then uncle? Uncle Jinbei?
Jinbei is definitely the uncle.
He's got Theo vibes for sure.
He does have Theo vibes.
He does.
Theo Jinbei.
Yeah, Theo Jinbei. And I guess it would be, you're right, it would technically be Grandpa Brooke. You're right.
Wow, Theo Jinbei, that's great.
But, bro, he shows up, and it almost makes him, like, leaving a million times worth it for this one return. For this return, oh, my God, dude. I can't, like, tell you again. Like, this story and these moments make me feel things. When I saw him coming back and the way he does come back, and he's like, he's kind of like, pardon me, everybody. Sorry about being a little bit late, I was like, Jinbei!
And everyone else was like, Jinbei!
Yeah,
Luffy with stars in his eyes.
I had tears in my eyes.
He knew it. He knew he was going to come back at the perfect moment.
And just seeing that block, with his official title of helmsman, it cemented it. And man, dude, it
comes back so many times. Like, you're like, oh, it's a warlord of the sea. And he goes, I prefer a more prestigious title,
right?
Helmsman of the Straw Hats Pirates.
Yeah.
I was like,
yes,
Theo Jinbei, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Like, say your truth.
Oh man, this was so awesome. So this is when everybody's kind of regrouping. Jinbei helps him take everybody else out, and Denjiro goes up to Kinemon, and he's like, all right, Kinemon, so the original plan, right, that was to, like, sneak around the back and everything, but since, obviously, Kanjuro would know about that, what's the real plan? Kinemon's face is like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit, I actually have to deliver.
Yeah. Then we find out about, the old plan and the new plan, and that Law's going to kind of take them around. Like, they're still going to kind of go around the side, and Law's going to take him in their submarine, or in his submarine, and, kind of swap them out at a certain point. Old man Hyo and the Musketeers, they take control of the Mink and Samurai, so the rest of the gang can focus on Kaido, right? That's when the Straw Hats take out that small fortress at the Torii with ease.
Kinemon's like, oh, wait, we forgot to... Oh, they already did it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I doubted them he has this whole crew now. It only makes sense that, okay, cool.
Right. Again, we talked about it in the beginning. I just can't not talk about it again. Seeing all of the Straw Hats together after everything. And this time feels like they've all been split up in one way or another more than they ever have, right? For as long as they ever have.
Yes.
And now with these new additions, or the addition of Jinbei, to see them all together here on Wano, standing together, fighting together. There's just no other feeling. No other, tell me who does it better. Like, this just, I don't get this excited when I see any other team get together.
No, it was so immaculate. It was so breathtaking. And it was just, it was just so fitting that they would be the first ones to jump into action. And we see it again later on when they kind of call back to Thriller Bark, like, dang, we've done this before. With obviously, what's his name?
Well, that was, I think, when they were fighting the numbers.
When they're fighting the numbers, but they said it was similar to fighting
Ors.
Ors.
Yeah.
They're like, we've
Ors
done this
Junior,
before.
right?
We've done this.
Or no,
yeah.
Ors.
We've done this before. And then Luffy goes, yeah, but this time's different. I was like, fuck, this time is different, Luffy. Like, fuck, you guys are so much fucking stronger than you were back then. It just gave me like a perspective of how much they've gone through and how much they have grown.
Right.
It was just, yes. It was so good.
Yeah, dude. Man, even seeing, and I have to comment on it too, Luffy's new jacket, like his black jacket that he is wearing. It makes him look more like a captain. Like he looks like he commands a presence. Like it's such a small addition, but something about that black jacket, man. Like, and Shanks has a black jacket too.
Yeah, he really is a little Shanks fanboy.
Yeah,
he really is. He got the straw hat on. He got the black coat now.
Right.
He, at one point, he's gonna pass it on. He's gonna pass on the straw hat to someone else.
Right.
Momonosuke.
Mehgan, I gotta be honest with you. This wig might not make it the whole episode.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Because it's just distracting. It's
okay.
taken away.
It's okay.
It might not make it. But
I think the face paint's good enough.
Yeah. But I just wanted to commend you and let you know, commend you on your. I mean, nobody does it like you do it. You got the resilience. You got the willpower.
I do.
And you suffer in silence. I feel like.
That's called being a woman. Just kidding.
Right.
But it's serious.
Go off, and I'm gonna take this off real quick.
Okay. But yeah, this was so fucking great to see. During this time too, it was so cute seeing Frankie and all the Straw Hats just welcoming Jinbei and really just being of course they want to party. Of course they want to have a cheers because this is great because they haven't had a new edition, since Brook, which has felt so long ago in the scope of everything that's happened thus far. And they knew Jinbei was going to join at some point, but just seeing him be a part of everything and get that title, so sick. And it was so satisfying, finally.
Whew, I feel so much better, dude. Okay, all right. We suffer for the craft.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome moment. So they almost, in that moment, like you said, they almost raised a toast to Jinbei, officially joining the crew, but again, we get blue-balled again.
Yeah.
But
I
they
mean,
do
the time
decide,
and the time and the place.
Time and place.
Frankie was the one. He's like, "Hey, let's party." He's like, "Super."
No, Zoro too. Zoro was like,
Zoro is a fucking alcoholic.
Yeah, bro, he
Zoro is a straight alcoholic, and no one says anything, but he loves his sake. He loves his drink.
Amidst cannon fodder, he's like, or fire, he's like,
fodder.
I smell it.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
But they do decide that they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it when everything is all over.
They have a big ass party,
biggest party ever,
and that made me kind of scared. Yeah, not gonna lie. He goes, "Yeah, we're gonna have the biggest party ever with everyone." I was like, "Don't say that. Don't say that."
Yeah, that's a kind of like a sign that not everybody might be at this party.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
might be an omen, But that's when we see Jinbei take his seat, and we cut back to Kaido, who asks for his son, and we get our first glimpse at the Toby Roppo, but we don't see him quite yet. They reach Onigashima and Kaido's lair, and I just want to say, when they finally get there, dude, Oda's settings and his art,
bro,
keep
beautiful.
getting better and better and better. Like, there's no people that there's no ceiling for this man.
No.
There's no ceiling.
Well, I think they call it I don't know if this is in terms of that, as roof piece. I've heard the term roof piece thrown around. I don't know what it means, but is it there's no ceiling, like roof, like this is the highest? I don't know.
He's
Comment
like Lil
below.
Wayne, dude, because Lil Wayne says no ceilings. Because people say, oh, it hit the glass ceiling, whatever. He said no ceilings. And that's a Lil Wayne mixtape,
What's the context before that? He just says no ceilings.
Well, I mean, he says it a lot. The whole mixtape's called No Ceilings.
Oh.
So he called, he kind of pops up a lot in random tracks throughout the mixtape.
Cut my feelings. No ceilings.
No ceilings, motherfucker. Good morning. Dick in your mouth while you yawning. I'm going in.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Shout out Lil Wayne.
Shout out Wheezy. Shout out Oda. No ceilings. Two people who ain't got ceilings. Yeah. So then they sink their ships, dude. This is how dedicated these motherfuckers are, because it's either win or die.
Yeah, we don't need no return ships. I was like, oh.
Yeah, dude, that was a baller. That was baller.
Okay.
And they even get some new outfits to blend in.
Yeah. Interesting outfits, I might add.
Why? Why interesting?
Little BDSM action.
I mean, that's on Kaido. That's not on them.
It's true.
That's on Kaido's freaky ass.
He is freaky.
He's a freak.
Yeah. Freakalicious.
Yeah, freakalicious.
Yeah.
But I think, this looks so cool. I always love seeing them in their new little getups. And I think they all look so sick. I mean, Kid was like born to wear that shit. Like, that looks so good on Kid. And even Robin, hello.
Hello. Pretty lady.
Pretty lady.
Yeah, but she killed it. That's why Frankie was like, come on,
bro.
Come on, back of the rhino.
Bro, for real, dude. He said that after she got that little outfit. He was like, Robin, hey, so I don't know if you noticed there's an empty seat over here.
Yeah.
Man, give me Ulti and give me that outfit. Robin?
You're done.
Done. I'm done pieced, dude. But this is when we see that Queen is emceeing the Fire Festival event that they're having right there on Onigashima, and Apu is DJing. Apu. They kind of hold it down, dude.
They're holding it down. Yeah, they're performers.
They're performers.
Yeah,
they're performers.
Yeah.
And
they're headliners.
They're headliners. And I do gotta say, I know a lot of people like Queen, and we are gonna react to, again, like, I want to say this again. There are gonna be a lot of moments that a lot of people are gonna tell us that we should watch in the anime. And we are going to go back. We haven't watched them for these episodes because we're here to talk about the manga. And if you've seen the anime, then you'll obviously understand and know about everything that we're going to be talking about. But the reason we're really doing it is just so we can react to those episodes separately.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to go in with fresh eyes. The reason I say that is because I do feel like, I feel like a lot of people really like Queen. And I really do, like, in terms of like a villain or an antagonist, I do see why everybody likes him. I'm just saying what I said previously because I think I would like him more if I saw him in the anime.
Yeah, yeah.
Because his attitude and sort of how he's like the hype man. He's like the hype man for the Fire Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do feel like in the anime that would come across like a lot better. Because he's like, I mean, he is good at what he does.
Yeah, you can't knock him for that.
He gets the crowd riled up.
Yeah.
He's like, gifters, pleasures, big mom children.
Hey!
Yeah, Toby Ropo.
Let's go.
No. Toby Ropo are like crickets.
Oh.
And he's
like,
man, fuck the Toby Ropo, am I right?
Hey!
Yeah. It's good. Dude, I'm getting high. Dude, maybe I do love Queen already. I'm just saying I think I would like him a lot more, or I am going to like him a lot more once I see him in the anime.
Yes.
But this is when we officially meet the Toby Ropo. We meet Ulti, page 1, who we've already kind of met. Who's Who, Black Maria, and Drake, who we've already seen. And let's not forget Sasaki as well. I already talked about Ulti being my Corazon, being my just official One Piece waifu. No one will ever take her from her throne.
Wow.
No one will ever dethrone her.
Damn.
That's how confident I am, dude.
You are very confident. I was confident in Corazon too.
I mean, you just know when you know.
You know when you know, exactly. And you were like, why Corazon? And I'm like,
because I did react the same way, I
what
guess.
do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And just imagine how you felt in that moment. You're like, this is it.
This is it.
This is it.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. It took me a little longer than you, but I got there. Orochi, meanwhile, he's just partying, dude, unaware of the raid and that their manpower now exceeds 5,000. Kanjuro's lost in a cave, and Momonosuke finds a little blade, right? That's we're gonna learn that this blade is how he is planning on escaping, but it's what Kanjuro does after.
It has repercussions.
Yeah, that
it has repercussions.
Sent me into a rage. Sent me into a fiery.
I was rageful.
We finally get the return of Commander Chopper. Yeah. And we get to see the Brachio Tank 5 and the Rhino FRU-4. They are back. And I'm a suck. I love Frankie. So by extension, I love all of his gadgets. I love the the Iron Pirate, General Frankie. I love it all. I'm a sucker for it all.
Gimme. Yeah.
And Commander Chopper, dude, when he's in there too, in the Brachio Tank, he fits right. I mean,
he fits right in. I feel like he is like super confident, and he loves the recognition. What is it? Recognition. Recognition. Sorry, recognition of Frankie. Like he loves obviously all the robot shit that he does. So Frankie, like even referring to him as Commander Chopper, like just lights in his eyes. Yeah. Like he loves it.
He does. This is when, of course, Kid, Luffy, and Zoro storm ahead. Their reaction to that was hilarious too. They're like, Luffy took off, or Kid took off, and it's like, oh well, where did Luffy go? Oh, Luffy went after him because he doesn't know the plan. Well, that's not going to make it any better. And they're like, that's only going to make it worse. And they're like, yeah, Zoro went, but Zoro went to go get Luffy. And they're like, what the? I mean, he's going to get lost. It was so just funny how it all kept like getting, higher and higher and higher.
I knew once they mentioned like, Luffy left. I was like, okay, here we go. Luffy cannot not stick to a plan, but he's got to make some waves.
Yes.
Like, he has to.
He has to. This is when we cut back to Kaido's forces, right? King confessing to being the one that called the Toby Roppa, and we learn about, their dynamic with the lead performers. And from what I am able to gather, of course, this is our first reaction, our first read through. How I'm piecing it together, is basically that, you have the headliners, right? But then the Toby Roppa are above the headliners, right? They're right under the lead performers. They're like kind of like waiting. They're kind of like the next ones up.
Yeah.
And so they are always kind of eyeing
that spot.
Because that creates some tension between the lead performers and the Toby Roppa, because they're always trying to like get in,
kill them.
And they kind of Oda gives a brilliant red herring here too, where he makes you think that one of the Toby Roppa is eyeing Queen, but it turns out not to be the case. We also meet another lead performer, Bao Huang.
Oh my gosh.
She's cute, and I wrote this down because I knew you were going to love her.
I love her so much. She's adorable. I love her design. Everything is such a great design.
She's cute. I love that little thing covering her face.
Yeah, and it's like flying squirrel. Like, what?
We also learned that Kaido has a big announcement, but we don't find out what that announcement is yet. Kaido then asked them that he called them all there, or King called them all there to find his son, Yamato. And if they do, then they can challenge any lead performer. Already when I hear this, I was so shocked. I was so surprised. I had no idea that this was going to be the relationship between these two characters.
Yeah.
I had kind of like inferred, I suppose, that there was going to be some sort of relation because, they're same sort of like Thunder, Bagua, however you say that, that they had a similar weapon, or a weapon that was almost identical.
Yeah, I was like kind of under the impression when I saw that too. But also I was like, oh, it could just be like another headliner or someone with abilities.
Exactly.
Yeah, someone under him.
Right. So I was shocked. And I kind of had, Big Mom has, I don't even know, hundreds of kids. I mean, she's got a lot of kids.
She got a shit ton, yeah.
So, let Kaido have one, dude. Damn.
Yeah. But who's the lady,
I mean, I don't know, actually. I feel like a lot of ladies want to fuck Kaido. Actually. I feel like there's some men and women listening to this podcast right now who want to fuck Kaido.
Seems like a lot.
I mean, that if maybe you're into getting like dominated or whatever, he seems like
he seems like the go-to.
Yeah, he'd be your guy.
Yeah, the go-to.
Right.
Yeah, dominated.
I mean, he's tatted up,
equaling death. I mean, that's the only way it would go.
He's tatted up.
You would die.
He's big. He's big as hell, buff as hell. He's a man of stature. He's got a position of power.
Well, I saw like his little thing with was it Black Maria?
Yeah.
I was like, that was kind of cute.
Right. She's like the the Toby Ropo in charge of the pleasure palace.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's just flirty, you know. She's like that with everybody.
Maybe. I mean, you just said everyone wants to fuck Kaido, so.
Yeah, I stand by it. So this is when we come back to Luffy at the party, and he gets triggered over some spilled Oshiruko, which is the same thing that Otama ate.
And said it was the best thing she's ever fucking had in her life.
And they're like, you've never had like real food before? And she's like, no. And that sends Luffy into a fiery rage.
Spiral.
He's gone. He's
gone.
He's gone.
He's nothing behind those eyes.
For real. This is when Luffy and Zoro start a commotion, and Apu and Queen take notice. Queen, here is when Queen mentions that he wants to take someone out, right? Creating an open seat for anyone who takes out the intruders. This is what he's telling everybody in the crowd.
The pit.
The mosh pit.
Yeah.
And you know, you're I think led to believe, Oda tries to lead you to believe that he's talking about who's who, because there seems to be this like back and forth between them.
Who?
Who's who?
Who's who?
No, the Toby Ropo who's who?
Yeah, you're saying who, but like who's who?
There's a Toby Ropo, the saber-toothed Toby Ropo, who's who?
Who's who?
He is. He is. Who is?
Oh.
All right. And this kind of threw me for a loop, caught me off guard. This is going to be a lot. You know, we're going to try to get through this the best we can, because it's chaos. It's chaos. You know, everybody is kind of everywhere at this moment. But Apu attacks Luffy and Zoro. That's when Kid comes in, because Kid has a grudge. Kid is not happy with Apu.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, this was another high. I mean, talk about Oda's art. I mean, come on. That panel with the, Punk Gibson. When the detail, it was insane. It was absolutely insane.
And I do want to say, I kind of forgot in the beginning, but it is cool to see Killer back again. Like Killer back in his killer uniform. And how the crew is kind of dealing with it. The crew is all, did you catch that? The crew is all like laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, damn you, Kaido, for forcing us to become, these cheery pirates, just to kind of accommodate Killer. They're just laughing with him all the time. So that was
homies.
Pretty, that's a real homie right there.
Yeah, the real. I mean, you have to hold it down for your homies. If they're laughing, you're laughing. If they're crying, you're crying.
Yeah, 100%. That's when one of the numbers shows up. We're gonna get more into the numbers later. The raid soldiers split up, and Sanji, you freaking dirty ass dog, dude.
Son of a bitch. This is where I was like, bro.
Right now, dude? Really? Right now?
It's like, not only does he want to peep on people.
Right.
Changing. He wants to peep on people fucking.
Right. Well, this is not at that point yet.
Not that point yet. But
it gets there.
And then it's like Radine, where he's like, yeah, But we'll get there. But I was like, oh.
You dog, dude. I mean.
You doggy dog.
You have a problem. You have a problem.
And they say that multiple times.
Yeah. You have a problem.
What is wrong with you?
And it is just so funny, dude. It is just so funny. I understand. Again, we're not going to talk about it, okay? We're not going to talk about it. But I understand that there is more to Sanji, okay?
We know. We've seen it firsthand. We've experienced
it. But
this
is just a big part of who he is. And
we got to accept that.
There's a lot of people even saying in the previous a couple episodes ago, the bathhouse moment, that he wasn't there to peep. What do you think he was doing? Okay. Yeah, he was there. Sure.
He was hiding.
Sure. Yeah, sure. And he was trying to protect, he was trying to protect everybody, make sure everybody was okay. Maybe he was just trying to spy. Yeah, he was doing all that. Sure. He was doing all that. Yes. But he was also looking. He was looking.
I mean, it would be one thing. It would be one thing if he wasn't mentioning going to the bathhouse, and that was his first thought.
He said that before he even went to spy.
That's what I'm saying.
And what about his whole conversation he had with Absalom?
Premeditated. Premeditated.
And people said, oh, he wasn't peeping because even if he was invisible, you would have seen just a random fountain of blood spewing everywhere. And that's how you would have known he was peeping. He didn't peep till he, made himself known. Did you forget about his whole conversation he had with Absalom? Did you forget that as soon as he got his raid suit or wore his raid suit, that he flashed back to that moment, that exact conversation? Like, yes, he was doing all that other stuff.
But he was also,
peeping. It's just, it's a part of who he is. And you just got to accept, if you really care about him, then you got to accept all sides of him. And I accept all sides. But I acknowledge that side of him exists and that he has a problem.
Yeah. We
Right.
we love Sanji, but we're not Sanji enablers.
Right. We just care so much about him that we're like, Sanji, you gotta like, you're better than this.
That's what it
That's
feels
what it is.
like.
Like, it's like,
it's
you're
more of
better
a
than this.
disappointment.
And I'm tired of dancing around it, okay? And I'm tired of people misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm sick of it. I'm really frankly sick of it, okay? I'm sick of people going like, me going on this whole spiel about how I appreciate him and how I like him and
how we have the highlights for him.
And how he even had a highlight moment in this chunk of chapters too. And
but
people,
they don't hear that.
They don't hear it.
They don't hear that.
They don't hear it. And they're not going to hear this one either, but I've accepted it.
You accepted your fate.
And when we're fully caught up and we do our community lives, I would be more than happy to have someone jump on a call and to talk all this out.
Defend Sanji. I mean, not really defend. I mean, we said that we like him.
Just talk it out. Let's just talk it out. Yeah, just talk it out. Let's get to the bottom of it, But we do love him. And again, hopefully that reaches you. Anyway, so this is when, Sanji goes to investigate the pleasure hall and Big Mom emerges.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
It's terrifying.
Dude, that panel with Chopper and her just meeting eyes, like, hilarious.
Right.
Is that right now? Yeah. I drew it a little bit.
Yeah. Sick.
She's just looking outside and
Big
he's just
Mom's
like,
face. It's like, you drew like a SpongeBob character.
Yeah. It's like,
She looks like Mrs. Puff right there.
I didn't do a very good job.
She actually looks like SpongeBob right there. I like Chopper. Looks great though. Chopper looks great. She kind of looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's character too, a little bit. If you look like a Freddy Fazbear. Show it up, pull it up again. There's a Freddy Fazbear right there. Oh shoot, shooty. But yeah, Big Mom comes out of the pleasure hall. That's scary, dude. That's scary. Then we see Pero Sparrow and the other kids climbing the falls, but they are greeted by Marco, and he ain't alone.
He ain't playing either.
Marco. I'm trying to put it into words. I've been struggling. And even as I was taking my notes, I'm trying to put it into words. I do think it's just his energy. I do think he is just wholesome daddy. I do think we got daddies. We got uncle daddies.
We got daddies. We got zaddies.
We got zaddies. We got all kinds. I think, him and Sabo are just wholesome daddies. And that's just, I want to be this man's friend. Like, I want to be.
He just seems so humble. That's what it is. He just seems humble. He moves at his own pace. He knows right from wrong. He's just like a good guy.
Yes. I want to go where this man goes. Kanjuro then barges in to tell Orochi about the raid. And Orochi, he's shaking in his boots, dude.
He has Momonosuke in hand.
And they prepare a crucifixion stand for Momonosuke.
And Momonosuke at this point is beat.
Yeah, that's around the time that we learned that he tried to escape and Kanjuro beat the shit out of him.
Like, beat the even one of the fucking Toby Ropa?
Yeah, Toby Ropa.
Ropo,
yeah.
Ropo. Black Maria's like, poor kid. Like, you beat the shit out of a kid. Like, poor baby. I was like, if they're saying that, damn.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. He looked like Cat Williams over there beating up kids.
Oh yeah, he did that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. That was better than all his specials.
Not like toddlers. It's like he pick a fight with a high school kid. This was a not like a Momonosuke
maybe
age
a middle
child.
School kid. No, not a Momonosuke age
Yeah, you're
child.
like, that was funny when he beat the shit out of a kid. I was like, okay, let's.
No, it was funny because he got beat up.
Yeah, he got the shit beat out of him.
It was funny because
he went bop.
Yeah, it was funny because the kid fucked him up.
Yeah,
that's what made it funny. It wouldn't have been funny if he won. And I love Cat Williams.
That's what I was saying. I was like, elaborate what you're saying.
Honestly, thank you.
Because you're like, it's so funny.
And I just want to be clear. I think Cat Williams is hilarious, dude. I do think he is a funny dude. But yeah, it wouldn't have been funny if like Cat Williams, beat the shit out of a kid. It was funny that the kid ended up he picked a fight and the kid ended up beating the shit out of Cat Williams. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Mehgan. Thank you.
If you didn't know the context, look it up. Cat Williams getting hit by a high school kid.
Bro, so funny, dude. Anyway, we learn about Marco's message to Cat Viper. Marco's message to Luffy that Cat Viper did not deliver. And, this was the most anticlimactic thing for me ever. Because Marco says to Cat Viper, can you pass a message along to Luffy for me? And Cat Viper's like, he's like, oh yeah, I'll tell him. And the whole time I was like, what the heck is it going to be? And you just see it flying away and it just says, like, I'll be there. And I was like, okay, all right. Sick as fuck.
It just says, bet.
It just says, bet. Yeah, bet. Yeah, are you coming? Yes or no? And then yes was checked. The yes box was checked.
No, it's just bet.
It was bet.
Bruh.
It was bruh. It was bruh. But yeah, dude. I mean, it was a little anticlimactic, but it didn't really bother me. I'm just being dramatic. Denjiro locks up Sasaki, right? He's able to still kind of, use. He hasn't used the fact that he hasn't revealed himself to everybody to his advantage yet, right? Sasaki still does not know. Usopp and he knows now. Usopp and Chopper, they're kind of up against Big Mom because they ran, but they did run in the opposite direction. So they did kind of protect everybody. And they're up against Big Mom until Prometheus finds Nami.
Bro, that was terrifying. That panel when they're running, and it is Shinobu and Nami, and they're running, and then it's just like Prometheus in the corner just like, found you! I was like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. It was terrifying.
And Zeus is just like, she's gonna kill me.
Yeah,
she's gonna fucking kill me. She's gonna kill me.
I hope Nami gets Zeus back.
Well, she said we're never friends anymore. We're not friends.
Yeah, she might never want to take him back.
Never link up with me again. Never text me. Never call me. Do not leave a voicemail. Do not follow me. I'm blocking you. We are done.
On all social media. Yeah.
We're done.
It did feel like that, yeah. And she did kind of say that, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice, but he was scared. Just like she was, again, another parallel, how she was scared to lose her life from freaking Ulti.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ulti, this is amidst the chaos, Luffy stumbles across Ulti, and it's Ulti versus Luffy. And bro, they headbutt each other so fucking hard, dude.
It was
so hard.
So hilarious. I mean, he's just like, he's running, and then she's like, who the hell are you? And he's like, no, who are you? Yeah. I was like, damn.
And
Ulti just speaks her mind.
King of the pirate. Yeah, that's what I love about Ulti. She tries to be, she's like Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girl, she's like trying to be trendy.
Yeah.
She's trying to talk,
She's trying to talk eloquently.
Right, like, but she's also trying to talk like what she thinks is like, how she thinks is like cool. Like,
yeah.
But she is, she is badass.
Yeah.
She is badass, and she does speak her mind, and she'll like to Kaido's face.
Yeah.
She'll be like, is this like you're gonna ask us to clean up one of your family matters again? And everybody's like, whoa, chill.
Page one's like, chill.
Yeah, everybody, even Sasaki was like, yo, Kaido. She doesn't speak for all of us. It's another reason why I love her. But Ulti has, this is where I'm not gonna be able to do this, guys. Ulti has the dragon fruit, ancient type Pachycephalosaurus model. Ooh. You know what's crazy though? I didn't know anything about Ulti, but when we asked people to just send us some names of people for us to potentially cosplay, Ulti was one of the people whose names was thrown in there, right? So we just looked up images without any context, and one of the images I saw, nothing was really spoiled, but one of the images I saw was her sort of in one of her forms, right? And the form that I saw her in, or it might have even been a figure. I think there's a figure, more specifically. It looked like, for a second, because of her legs, it looked like because we saw Monet die, and there was that theory that people were saying about, at the time, people thought maybe Nami was going to get Monet's devil fruit or whatever. I don't know. For a split second, I was like, oh man, maybe this is who has Monet's devil fruit.
Well, because she has like that same like bird. Like she had the bird legs, right?
That's really what it was.
And it was just like that.
That's really all it was.
That's really literally all it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's wildin'. She's wild. She's super powerful, and she's big as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how tall she is, but she's definitely like, she might be Corazone's height.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
If not bigger.
Maybe. Yeah. This is when Yamato shows up and takes out Paige and Ulti. And she immediately this was so crazy. She immediately tells Luffy that she's like, I mean you no harm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once we find out that Yamato is Kaido's son, I then assume that maybe there's more between Yamato and Kaido, but I wasn't quite sure. I thought maybe it was going to take some convincing, or maybe Luffy was going to have to like show Yamato how bad Kaido was. But right, straight, like from the jump.
Yamato's like, I hate my dad. I want to take him down. I've been waiting for a day to take him down. And I'm Odin.
I'm Odin, by the way.
I love the Odin cosplay. It's just hilarious. Right? It's so funny. I love it. I love it. It's like literally like Yamato and Bartholomew, like just being Bartolomeo, sorry. Just being like fanboys over Luffy. I mean, Luffy and Odin.
Love it.
I mean, of course. Odin was a G.
Of course. He was a legend.
Yeah.
Of course, Luffy doesn't trust Yamato right away, and this reminds Yamato of a battle from the past. Curiouser and curiouser.
Interesting.
The samurai and some of the Straw Hats, Jinbei and Robin, have infiltrated the festival.
Oh, I just wanted to another little SBS here. We finally get Lola.
Yes.
And Chiffon's reunion.
And Pound is alive?
Pound is alive.
I mean, that does touch me.
And I love how they don't right away trust Pound as their father. Right. And he goes in the same thing. And then they finally accept him later on. And it did touch my soul. A happy reunion.
It did touch my soul, too, because it broke me. That, like, out of all the whole cake, man, that was, like, up there. I mean, that was like a Yasu the Hedgehog moment.
It really
was. For a whole cake.
It was so... It was just so sad. Again, just like people getting taken advantage of by a person of power, Big Mom, and just having their like lives fucking ruined. I mean, their whole lives ruined and their relationships ruined for what?
Right.
You know?
Right. This is when Law sends Kinemon and gang, the Akazaya samurai, to Onigashima, the not the front door, but to where they need to go, right? And that's when we see Marco, Izo, and Cat Viper show up, and that's when we get that heartfelt reunion.
Yeah, I love how Kiku's like, Dogstorm's grown up. Like, how will Cat Viper look? He's gonna be grown up too. And yeah, we get that awesome reunion. It made me tear up a little bit, just like. It's like,
seeing siblings reunited.
Yeah.
And even seeing like Kawamatsu excited to see how much they've grown too.
Yeah, because they're just like little homies. Like they're brothers too.
Yeah, that was really nice. That was a really, really sweet moment. Yamato tells Luffy that he was there 20 years ago at Odin's execution and found his journal. And that he wants to be Odin. This was crazy. We already kind of talked about that.
I love that there is literally, because, obviously we got to see it. And only people that were there know of what happened.
Yeah.
So to get this journal is like so important.
I think a lot of people also there's still some people there who know what happened, but their just spirits have been broken. There's just nothing they can do.
There's nothing you can do, but like this is great for Momonosuke.
Yes.
Like we see that. He's given this journal and it's just like, this relationship, like he gets to live and like not see the world through his dad's eyes through this journal was just so amazing.
That was the cool part.
Yeah.
That Momonosuke is going to get this, just to get to read about. And I wonder too if all of Odin's notes are in there. Like I wonder if even Laugh Tale and some other very important information is in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Momonosuke gets it, I'm sure he'll share that with Luffy, and maybe it'll be another situation where, Momonosuke will say, everything about the One Piece is in here, and then Luffy will go like, I don't want to know.
Don't show it to me.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
And then Usopp's like, I'm not gonna get a second chance. Give me that fucking book.
Yeah. Yamato also says that he wants to fight on Luffy's side, and that he reminds him of Ace, that Luffy reminds Yamato of Ace.
Oh my gosh.
And we knew, of course, Ace was there. Ace actually made this hat right here too, for me.
Yeah.
For Josh, not for, Kawamatsu, for Josh.
Oh, for Josh.
Yeah. But we knew that Ace was there, and I knew that there was going to be more to it. I just didn't know to what degree.
For sure.
But yeah.
For sure.
Kanjuro confronts the samurai at the entrance and tells them of Momonosuke's attempted escape. And that's when he beat, that's when he tells him he beat the shit out of him. And Okiku does not like that, bro.
Hell no.
Okiku, she goes like full armored samurai
Good.
warrior mode.
Good.
This was so sick, dude. Her armor was so sick. Yamato tells Luffy about the shackles and wanting to go with Ace and all that stuff. We're kind of intercutting between these two kind of moments at the same time. This is when Kaido delivers a speech about the government growing cocky because he says, bro, if they disbanded the warlord system, that must mean that they think they could take us without them.
And then he also said too, like they must have something. They must have something under their plate. Emu?
Well, I mean they do, but I think it's something else. I think it's something from that science division.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I mean theoretically, like if freaking what's his name?
Who?
What's his name?
Who? You can't just say what's his name and give me nothing else.
Scientist.
Vegapunk.
Not Vegapunk.
Caesar.
God, Caesar.
Gastino.
If Caesar can make smiles,
right?
Then Vegapunk, like we said, is on a whole completely different level. He could make maybe a more perfected type of smile fruit. What would stop him from giving a lot of Marines devil fruits? I mean, just like regular ass Marines, just like here, have a devil fruit, super soldier shit, and also fucking Vinsmokes.
Right.
We don't know what's going on. Obviously we know there's a connection to the Vinsmokes and Vegapunk, so they're going to create soldiers.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying is all I feel like coming to a head in a big way. And Kaido knows this. And during his announcement, he also says that him and Big Mom are going to claim the One Piece and seize the ancient weapons. He talks about his plans for the flower capital and the labor camps and tells him that Wano will be a lawless land that pirates would consider a paradise. And that's when he freaking slices Orochi's head right in half, dude. This was crazy. He goes like that. He goes, shish!
Yeah.
Like that, right there. This is Kaido right here. Shish! Because he's like got a little deeper voice.
Yeah.
Shish! Shish! Yeah. And he pretty much tells all Orochi's followers in that moment, like, you got a choice, dude. The choice is yours. What do you want to do? You either want to die or be, made slaves in these labor camps, be put to work, or do you want to just join me? You want to just join my side?
And all of them are like,
yeah, even the Oniwa Banshu or whatever, the samurai, the ninja that protect the shogun. Yeah. They're like, Kaido, we're going to your side for sure. In a heartbeat, dude.
You got it, bro.
You got it, bro. He also says that Wano will become a pirate empire and Onigashima will become the flower capital. There will be no more Wano, just new Onigashima, and the shogun shall be Yamato. And Yamato's like, no.
Hell no. And even Luffy's like, hey, you guys took my thing.
Yeah.
I was the only one going after the one. It's mine.
Right.
That's you guys are stealing my shit right now.
You talk about Momonosuke having growing up a little bit, stepping up a little bit. This is one of those moments for sure, if not him stepping up in the biggest way he ever has before. Kaido gives him another chance to tell him what his name is because he said, I had this like feeling, I couldn't shake this feeling. And I didn't read too much into that because obviously he is the son of Odin, especially I believe since he can hear, the voice of all living things,
Yes.
But it was just because Kaido said like, I have my doubts, I couldn't shake this feeling that you couldn't be his son. So you never even told me your name. You never even told me that day. So I'm going to give you a chance again. And if you're not the son of Kozuki Odin, then I'll let you go and chalk this up to a big misunderstanding. And this is Momo's time to shine. And I think shines bright like a diamond.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he really does. He beaten face, bloody, is just like, I am the son of Odin and I'm going to be the next shogun. And everyone was like,
Yep.
And I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yep. This is when Yamato and Luffy enter with an explosion because the cuffs are off, and Yamato was like, I don't even know if these things are really going to explode or not, but I've been kind of nervous. I've been kind of scared because I do know what my dad is kind of capable of, but at the same time, would he really do that to me, his child?
Yeah, exactly.
And they throw him off and they explode, and Yamato was like, he was going to kill me.
Yeah.
He was going to
Now
kill
I
me.
really hate him.
Yeah. This is when we cut back to well, I think this is actually before that, but we cut back to Kaido. Everybody's kind of coming to one place, and everyone converges on Kaido. And the scar on Kaido's chest from Odin hurts, and he questions why their blades pierce him.
Why do their blades pierce me, Kaido? I don't understand.
I'm Kaido.
I'm Kaido. I can't comprehend this pain.
This is when Yamato...
That's how he sounds, yeah.
Right, in your head. Not in mine. Thank you.
Okay.
This is when Yamato faces off against Ulti, and Big Mom notices Luffy. This is the first time
This was
she's
hilarious.
seen him since the incident.
He goes, oh my God, I don't have time for this. I do not have time. Big Mom, can we discuss this later? I have bigger fish to fry right now. You are just kind of an annoyance to me at the moment.
Right. Bro, this was so funny. And I felt that it felt the same way in that moment too. Like Luffy just going, oh my God, dude.
I'm busy right now.
Really, right now? Kaido says that the Akazaya have been hiding in the shadow of Luffy and tells them that one day Luffy will abandon them. And Kinemon knows better, dude. And this is why Kinemon is also GOAT status. He is climbing the ranks in my heart of just favorite characters of all time, dude, because he tells Kaido that Luffy will stand at the pinnacle of the sea and that daybreak will come to Wano. Kinemon has given everything to this. Kinemon has gone through so much. They all have.
I mean, they're all willing to die in this moment.
Yes.
For the greater good.
And we saw that even when they sunk the ships, how serious they were. It's like win or
It's like
die.
this. Yeah, it's this or nothing.
Yeah, it's all or nothing. That's when Kaido crashes through the roof and the Akazaya go with him, the samurai go with him, out into the open where there is a full-ass moon.
Love that Cheshire Cat smile.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And you know when we see a full moon, it's Sulong time.
Woo!
And I was waiting to see Cat Viper and Dogstorm Sulong.
You know,
form.
like Sui. You know, they call like pigs.
Sulong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sulong.
Sulong and goodbye. Sulong and goodbye.
Farewell.
And Sulong and goodbye, Kaido.
Goodbye. Avita Sen.
Avita Sen, Sulong. The Musketeers right now are going to be the ones that hold off Jack, and Shinobu gets stopped by King, and Sanji saves Momonosuke. If you made it this far into the episode, as someone who really doesn't understand why we question some of the things that Sanji does, if you are one of those people and you've made it to this point, then here you will find us praising Sanji in this moment for having an awesome highlight moment.
Yes.
You know, kind of like encouraging Momo and telling him in that moment, like, I saw you said your name like that. Like, that was some man shit.
That was some man shit. Gassed him up a little bit. Gave him a little bit, like, you know, good thing you didn't let them take you down. Yeah,
man. I mean, this was like, when I saw this, my heart got warm. My heart was warm.
Yeah.
I love, seeing Sanji, in this bag, I guess. And I like just how he was able to encourage and uplift Momonosuke in this moment.
Because it's like Momonosuke is literally like the opposite of him. Like, as a kid, he like wanted to be a Vinsmoke. He wanted to have that recognition from his father and his family. Momonosuke has that like downfold. Like, he is like his son, like Odin's son. Like, he wants to portray himself. He wants to be that. And like Sanji never had that. So he wants to like gas him up, like, good for you. Like, he's happy for him that he is proud of his family.
Yes. Yeah, and he can be. He can be. It's one of the things I love about Sanji. That, just because he's gone through what he's gone through with his dad, because we see a lot of that too in this. We see, and we will see more later on, between Yamato and Ace, like their relationships with their father. And just because Sanji had his relationship that he had with his father doesn't mean, he still isn't going to encourage someone who has a good relationship.
And it just makes me so sad
their own dad.
with Ace. I mean, his whole story, it's like, seeing Goldie Roger like on the ship, like carrying Momonosuke and like the other, like Hiyori, like being like, damn, like, like actually being like a good dad. Like he could have been a good dad to Ace.
Yeah, he would have been a good dad. He would have.
Because he even says like, my son's gonna be the one to discover the next, the One Piece again or whatever. He's gonna do it, and it's just like he had so much hype for like his future child. Like,
but we also saw what that was like from Ace's perspective, which is what makes it so sad.
Yeah, exactly. What could have been. Yeah,
Big Mom goes after Luffy and takes Zeus back from Nami, but Frankie shows up. That's when they have that crazy moment. Bro, he rides his rhino cycle right across Big Mom's ugly ass face.
Bro.
And Brooke slices through Zeus. I mean, my two favorites, rolling through on a rhino cycle.
Come on,
which is why I coined it the Goatmobile. Even though it's a rhino, it's the goat cycle.
Such a goat. And is this about the time like Nami's fucked up?
Right. That's when they right. They're right about to have that moment. Yeah. Because that's when Nami. Well, Luffy, he's trying to get to Kaido, and Yamato scares away Shinobu and Momo. But that's when Nami tells Frankie that they have to get out of there, and that's when that whole moment that we talked about in the beginning happens, which was again.
And I don't know if this happens like right around here. I'm sure, but Jinbei.
Mm-hmm.
Literally body slamming the fuck out of Big Mom.
Bro, yeah.
That was insane.
Bro, yeah.
Bro,
I mean, they give him the combo wombo. Frankie, Jinbei, and Robin. Bro, they give her the old combo wombo. And this is what I'm saying, dude. I love when the Straw Hats combine their powers and work together. Like, this is something we also don't get to see very often. And when we get to see it from Frankie, Robin, and Jinbei, like, this was so sick. Because Jinbei, body slams her.
Literally.
But Robin has her hands ready to kind of roll her out of the room.
Yep.
So sick. So sick.
Combo wombo.
Combo wombo. I also want to say that this is where the numbers show up, and they are revealed to be the failed attempts at ancient giants from Punk Hazard. That's what they are.
And I think that they're kids. They're definitely kids.
Oh, you think that they're kids?
Because they're wanting to get Frankie. And they have the other the machine that Chopper's in, carrying it like a toy. And remember back in Punk Hazard, he gave him that little robot, and they love the robots. That's why I was like, oh, that's fucking. Because even Frankie was
they're fucked up.
Well, Frankie was like, where did he say it?
Frankie said don't treat me like a toy or something like that.
He even says like he has that crazy moment too, where he's just like, what is damn, I should have wrote it down. But he like has a realization, I think, too, in that moment that we did was just like, damn, these are the fucking kids. Like, these are some of the kids.
Yikes, dude. That adds a whole nother level to it. You're probably right.
It does, dude. I was sad. I was like,
that makes me sad. I wasn't sad. Now I'm sad.
The failed attempts, but they're still like
because maybe that's after that when they get to that stage where they start craving that candy or whatever, and they don't get it. I don't know. Maybe there's another stage after that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, now that you say it like that, damn, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. Anyway, Zoro and Luffy, they do get stopped by King and Queen from joining the battle with Kaido. The Straw Hats are back together again, twice in one chunk of chapters. They're back again. We are getting spoiled.
We're getting
you are
spoiled.
Spoiling us.
Oda, you son of a bitch.
We get another cool ass, spread of them looking fresher than ever. Sasaki is freed. Drake tells Hawkins that now's the time to betray Kaido, and Hawkins says there's only the 1% chance of someone surviving until tomorrow.
A certain man.
Who do you think he's talking about? Luffy? Kaido? Might even be talking about Drake. Because Who's Who asked Drake to come with him to see Queen, and Hawkins is the next panel. Hawkins is just like staring at his cards, sweating. I think it's either Kaido, because he said he did say man.
He did say man, so maybe even like Kinemon. I mean, I don't know. They did get pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. But if it was Kaido, then that would be even more reason for Hawkins to say, like, yeah, I'll betray him because he has a 1% chance of surviving.
That's true.
So it can't be Kaido. It might, who knows, dude? It might even be Yamato. Who knows?
That would be crazy.
That would be wild. Luffy says, that's when Luffy says that the numbers remind him of Oars, but that he's gotten a lot stronger since then. Goes Gear 4 on him. And Old Man Hyo says, in that moment, this is why I wrote this down, when he sees Luffy in Gear 4, he's like, he looks just like a guardian deity. Crazy, dude. I mean, Luffy is a guardian deity.
He is.
He's going from island to island protecting people, following his moral log pose, his own moral log pose. Meanwhile, Drake has been found out, and turns out he was the one who set Law free, and he is also the one that Queen and even Who want to take out.
Bye.
Drake fights his way out, and that's when he asks Luffy to let him fight on his side, remembering what Kobe told him about Luffy. This is beautiful, dude. This is why Kobe is best friend material, and Luffy saw it in Kobe from day one. If Kobe ever leaves, dude, he should become a writer because this was beautiful. If he ever leaves the Marines, because he said when he's a friend, he's closest to you. But when he's an enemy, he's completely out of reach. Luffy has the power that pulls people towards him. This just perfectly sums up, perfectly sums up Luffy. Perfectly. Kinemon and gang fuck up Kaido with their two-sword style and slice him in the same spot as Odin. We see the people in the flower capital partying with the Odin floats. We also find out that they haven't completely lost hope.
Yeah, they're mummering around the crowd like, I bet it's going down right now. I bet they're getting shit done.
It's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, because of they're literally gonna put a whole ass fucking, I don't know, rock the whole island on fucking the flower capital, and everyone's gonna die.
Sad as fuck, dude.
If they don't pull through.
This is when Queen uses his ice Oni plague rounds on the party. We also, we do get to see some more smile fruit users, like the gorilla with the gorilla punch, which was like a whole ass gorilla on somebody's hand. It was so crazy. It was so funny.
Insane.
Sasaki and his armor division go after Shinobu, but Yamato intervenes. Kaido, meanwhile, gets back up, and that's when he slices Okiku's arm off. We also get to see again some more smile fruit users. We get to see 4 Ticks, the chicken, and Hemlet, the giraffe, which is just Hemlet is just a person at the end of a giraffe neck. Like these guys are so funny. I wish they weren't bad guys, dude. I wish they weren't bad guys. But this is when Queen throws Apu the antidote for a deadly game of keep away. This was so perfect, dude, because you know how we feel about Apu. Apu. Because he's a traitor, he's a bitch, and he's the worst of the worst generation. But then Yamato tells Shinobu that she heard her that day, and that that Yamato even tried to save Momonosuke, but wasn't strong enough. And regardless, to this day, Yamato will die for them. Die for them.
I mean, yeah. Odin.
Yamato's Odin.
Yeah. Makes sense.
We get a little bit of Marco versus Mom and Sparrow. Carrot even gets a little revenge right here because she comes to fight Sparrow for what Sparrow did to our guy Pedro.
Yep. It's Carrot and Wanda.
Oh yeah, Wanda's there too.
Getting revenge. I like it.
I love it, dude, because you know how I feel about Pedro. Pedro top mink to me.
Aww.
Top mink.
Top mink in our hearts.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Apu is running for his life from friend and foe alike. And Mehgan. Oh shit. Oh shooty. Oh shit.
What?
Chopper gets infected.
Over.
Chopper gets infected.
I'm stopping One Piece right now.
Well, I mean, for real. I mean, I know you can't be like too worried because you're like, oh yeah, of course he's gonna be fine. He's one of the best doctors to ever live.
Exactly. I knew he was gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
I knew he was
it
gonna
wasn't
figure
even a
it
moment of doubt in your mind or a moment of sadness in your mind. You were like, he's got this. I'm not even.
I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, of course. I was like, damn, no, but I knew he was gonna hold it down, and I knew he was gonna get through it because he's goated and he has the ability.
Yeah, he's capable. He's a very, very capable doctor. Ulti, she headbutts Usopp, and the reason I wrote this down is because, bro, my guy, Usopp, I am a Usopp stan as well. Usopp, I don't know how many times this man has got his skull cracked.
Nose broken. I mean, I don't know how he survives.
Luffy, I mean, the headbutt sent Luffy flying. Poor Usopp, man, gets hit with that same force.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart. Usopp stays getting wrecked. That's when Uti tells Nami to say that Luffy will never be king of the pirates. This is the payoff from Frankie telling her to get her shit together.
Yeah. She goes, okay, I'll say it. Luffy will never stop trying to be king of the pirates.
So sick. So sick. Yeah, this was a highlight moment, too. I don't want to brush past this, dude. Of course, Nami's not going to say that. No, but even Usopp was like, come on, just lie.
Yeah,
dude.
Usopp's
just
like, lie. You're literally going to die. You're literally going to die. Just lie.
But I believe if Usopp was in that situation, he wouldn't have done that either.
Yeah.
I choose to believe that.
Maybe.
This is when things are looking pretty bad, but someone who you might not expect to come to the rescue comes to the rescue. Otama shows up with her lion dog and baboon.
I was kind of like, Otama, I love you, but I'm scared for you. It's a battlefield.
Honestly, I was like, Otama, the sentiment, I appreciate the sentiment.
I love it, but I do not want you to get hurt.
But you should really not be here right now.
Yeah.
I know you're a ninja. You want to be a ninja. You made this promise to Ace and everything like that, but you should really not be here right now.
I mean, her fruit could be powerful. I mean, useful,
no, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, in this moment
Pop
in time,
one of those and get one of those in Big Mom's gluttonous ass.
She'd love it.
And then
they should have done that in the beginning.
That might happen.
They should have done that in the very beginning.
Oh, they should have done that when she was hypnotized. Or
I don't know if it happens with like humans though. It could be.
Oh,
people.
that's true.
Yeah.
You're right. Duh. Stupid me. Duh.
Yeah. So it wouldn't work. But
just to update everybody at home, Monty the producer took a fat shit right now, so we're having to endure that.
It hasn't hit me yet.
Whoo! I got the first wave.
I'm
I feel honored.
No. Fuck. I can't.
Frankie runs through with Hacha, right? The number on his tail, smashing a hole into the ground that everybody kind of falls to. Yamato's able to deliver one final blow against him, taking him out. This is when we see Law staring at that Poneglyph, flashing back to Corazon and his conversation that he had with Robin.
Yeah.
Very curious about the D, and says that he's made up his mind and he wants to know the meaning of this checkered fate.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji, you dirty dog, dude.
I thought it was gonna be dirty, but I think it was. Maybe he didn't intend to hear. What exactly
Nobody else
was
freaking
going
heard anything, dude. I mean, there's freaking explosions. The most powerful people in the new world are fighting at full strength, and Sanji hears some naughty shit.
Yeah.
Going on. You dirty dog, dude.
Well, I mean, it's naughty shit, but like naughty shit, like this should not be happening. This is bad news. That's where it kind of was redeemed for me. I was like, okay, he wants to help this person. He wasn't just trying to peep on some people fucking.
He thought that
would be completely inappropriate.
He thought it was a woman in need. He did think that. So that was good. At least chivalrous. At least.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's good. That's good.
It's a good reason. He had a good reason. His intentions might not, and pure might not be the right word, but his intentions were good.
Yeah.
But before we see what's going on with him, Big Mom, she goes off to the roof, and Zoro takes the antidote from Apu.
Oh, that's why probably it's roof piece.
Why?
Because they're all on roofs all the time, and they're breaking through roofs.
Oh, maybe.
Is that right?
You might have cracked the code. You might have cracked it. But he takes the antidote from Apu and gives it to Chopper, who has discovered that the fire raising your body temperature keeps the plague from spreading, or at least slows it down.
Such a great moment. He's like, I already figured out how the virus works. And Zoro's just like, I knew you would.
Yeah.
I knew you would, Chopper.
That's why he's the Straw Hat's doctor.
Little son of a bitch. And yeah, I'll save my rant for another time, but this is why Chopper needs more love. I just don't understand the hate. Sure, he's cute.
I want the rant right now. I want it. I need it.
This little Chopper man
Mm-hmm.
is literally the reason why any of the Straw Hats can keep fighting.
And why is that, Mehgan?
Because he literally cures them after every fight. Luffy? Oh, Luffy's great. Obviously, Luffy's great, but he can't heal by himself. He doesn't know how to tend to his medical needs.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
like, come on.
He
Usopp?
Usopp, yeah. I mean, Usopp would be maybe even
He's
dead.
Maybe most of them would be dead if it wasn't for Chopper. This was awesome. Chopper is goated even when he is stressed about his own illness. He's figuring it out. He has the knowledge to succeed. And I'm tired of the Chopper hate and the slander. I'm sick of it.
Go off.
I'm sick.
To your stomach.
I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick in my head.
Yeah, you're down with the sickness. And you need a doctor.
I'm down with the sickness and I'm done with the sickness.
Whoa. Look, yeah. I mean, Luffy, yeah, he can take a lot. Luffy can take a lot. He can endure a lot. He can come back from a lot. But Chopper has definitely been there when he has needed him most.
For all of them.
And when the Straw Hats have needed him most, he showed up and showed out. He is the doctor. Put some respect on the doctor.
He's the doctor of the Straw Hat Pirates. Like, what other doctor would take that fucking job?
No one can.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro.
That's when they see Okiku's arm, and that kind of motivates them. Like, we got to get up there, dude. Some shit's going down. Then they hear the rumble, and Yamato explains that dragons fly by creating flame clouds, meaning that the entire island of Onigashima is afloat.
It's afloat, and not the root beer kind.
No, not the root beer kind. Marco shows up and turns up the heat, baby. And he's able, and this is Chopper's, because Chopper's, again, because he's a Straw Hat, has vowed to help friend and foe alike.
Yep.
And let's not forget that, isn't Marco a doctor too?
Yes.
So, at first it was funny because everybody gets set on fire. Chopper gets set on fire by Marco's flame, and he's like, it actually doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah, it's actually really nice, and it's kind of helping a lot. Yeah.
And it helps because it keeps it at bay. It kind of brings some people back, giving Chopper some time to really mass produce.
Sort it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Synthesize this antidote.
But I just love Zoro's little, of course you did. I knew you would.
Yeah, no doubt in his mind. Nobody doubts him.
No one doubts him.
No one doubts him. Yeah, this is when Drake finally gets a little bit of revenge, and he chomps down on Apu. Frankie goes against Sasaki, the Triceratops. We don't get to see much of this, I don't think, but we just get to see it sort of begin. Sanji versus Black Maria, the spider. This boy thinks he's in heaven right now.
Bro, they're like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, they're like, you're sick.
Yeah, they're like,
You're sick.
Something's wrong with this man.
Yeah,
he
was
does not realize the situation
he's like,
that
I know
he's
this
in.
is a bad place, but I mean, there's a woman there,
And they're all scary as shit.
This is heaven.
They're scary. They're like...
Yeah, and considering how Sanji reacted to some of the women on Newcomer or
yeah.
I just
or women in general.
Right.
I want to see a mermaid.
Right.
And it's
right.
Coco, not Coco. Coco?
No, not Coco.
What's her name?
Damn, I forgot. The Sea Train, Tom's girl.
Yeah.
Tom's girl.
Yeah. He's like, oh, not that mermaid. I'm like,
considering how he reacted to some of the, maybe this is Sanji's growth. Because I thought that because of the way he reacted to some of them, that he was going to look at all of them and say oh, this is hell.
Yeah, this is hell on earth for me.
But I mean, he seems to think he's in heaven. So he's got to, either this is growth.
How is he going to get out of this one?
Or he just has, a preference, a very specific preference.
Of spider
right.
women.
Right. How's he going to get out of this? I don't know, dude. I don't know. But that's when we see Jinbei versus Who's Who, the saber-tooth again, a lot of these fights I think we're gonna see more of them
And
in the next chunk.
It was interesting that Who's Who was like, I've seen you before when you're a warlord. And then Jinbei's like, take off your mask and let me see who you are. And he's like, I won't.
Yeah, that was super interesting. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Makes me want to kind of go back and kind of maybe try to piece together who that could be or what that might mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yamato, Momonosuke, and the dragon statue. They're in this like storage, this storeroom with this dragon statue that's been destroyed. And Yamato tells Momonosuke about a man who once came to kill his father. This is when we get to see Ace, a little bit of Ace and Yamato from the past.
I love it.
Ace, this is why Ace didn't deserve what he got, dude.
It makes me sad. It makes me very emotional. Every time.
Every time.
And I knew I was going to be emotional. I didn't know he would have this much of an impact in the story moving forward. I knew like with Luffy for sure. But obviously this man was connected in different ways. And seeing him again and seeing how good of a person he was and just seeing how I just love it all. Just like how doting of a big brother he was. Like Yamato's like, are you really going to bring up your brother again? Like how many times he just gushed about Luffy and really believed in what he was going to do and like achieve. And for it all to end the way it ended, like, you know, I'm sure Ace was so proud of Luffy, like in that moment, even though the situation was not the best to see his brother again. I'm sure he was like, damn, I knew it.
Well, yeah, dude. And what I really like about it too is because, Roger, we see would have made a great father if he would have been there, if he wouldn't have died and not even executed. I mean, he had an illness, right? And he only had a year to live. But we get to see that, you know, Ace went through what he went through and he struggled a lot because of it, right? But he was able to, in the end, no matter how hard all of that was, he was able to use that pain, that experience to help someone else.
Yes.
And I think, that's such a beautiful message because oftentimes, when we're in kind of at our lowest lows and we curse the world or the God, whichever God is responsible. But not only is this, maybe to shape and allow for you to grow as a person, an opportunity for you to grow as a person, but for you to later down the road, like help someone else. Like It goes back again to this, and I know it's corny or whatever. But since it was just announced that one of the directors of the One Piece live action series is going to be directed by a director who has directed multiple episodes of Doctor Who, this is my connection. Now
you just wanted a way to fit this in.
It's not forced at all. I'm not grasping at straws at all.
You're
but
not wedging into the episode. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I always just remember this one, because the doctor from Doctor Who, of course, he gives great speeches, and one of them, one of those speeches was when he was talking about people not understanding each other or something like that, to that effect, and he said something along the lines of about pain, and he says, what you do, you experience all this pain, what you do with that pain, you grab onto it, you hold it tight. You hold it tight, so tight that it burns. And I think I've even said this in a previous episode, but burns, ace, flames, flame, who knows? And, you promise to yourself that no one will ever feel that pain again, No one will ever have to feel that pain again. And I only say that, dude, because this was a really touching moment. On top of the heartbreak of Ace's death, just that Ace was able to use that pain and again, was able to hold on to it, remembering how much it hurt and to help someone not have to go through or to help someone out of a similar situation. It's not a 1-for-1 situation, but when he says your father shackled, basically forget about the cuffs. Don't let him chain up your heart too. And it's different, right? Because Roger wasn't there, but it is two people with daddy issues, and Ace feels a certain way about Roger. I think just because of how he was treated, regardless of how Roger would have actually raised him if he, was alive.
Yes.
But it was just really cool to see Ace be able to help someone else, and that happened to be Yamato, a very important person in Luffy's future. It was just a beautiful moment. But, Yamato's asking Ace about other pirates in the New World, and he kind of starts to mention Cavendish. He mentions Law. He mentions Beggy or Capone, Kid, and he mentions the toughest of them all.
Yeah, my kid brother, who's yet to go out to sea, but I know he's going to do big things. Just you wait.
Yeah.
And I went.
Yeah. Because, we find out that Yamato was the one who struck that statue first, but Ace said that he also struck it after as a warning to Kaido until next time, which was sad because there may or may not be a next time. I don't know. I still am holding hope that in some sort of spirit form or something, dude, Ace is gonna come back because he made so many promises to so many people on Wano.
Yeah,
to Yamato,
he did.
To Kaido.
Well, that's why
Otama.
That's why Luffy's there to finish those promises.
Right. And this is when Otama and Momonosuke learn about Luffy's connection to Ace and Ace's connection to Roger.
That was so funny. It's just like, oh, this is what it is. Like Luffy's Ace's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Yamato says a very important line here too, that of all the pirates, as numerous as the stars, you met him and brought him to this country. It's just that destiny. It's just that fate. She
says he says after all, Luffy has, a D in his name.
Which again leads me to believe that Yamato knows something that other people don't because Yamato has Odin's journal.
Yeah.
And so maybe Yamato has read more about the D in that journal.
I mean, Yamato's read that book back and forth throughout years.
Literally
memorized.
Their Bible.
Yeah.
Literally. And they even say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just all crazy to now know that Yamato gives that journal to Momonosuke.
Cherry on top, Ace once again says the fucking sentence off page that we don't get to hear.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And then Yamato's shocked. Yamato's face cracked. He goes, oh my God, yeah, but that, me and Sabo are not going to let that happen. He says, me and Sabo are not going to let that happen.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't say that.
He did.
About Luffy's dream?
Yes.
No, he said like.
But that's not till later.
Wait, okay. I've been around before, yada, yada, yada.
I don't.
Because Yamato like had a reaction, right? And Ace was drunk. Ace was a little, he was a little loose on the goose. And so he said he accidentally let it spill, like what?
Let it slip.
Let it slip what, Luffy's dream really is.
Really is.
And he's like, whoa, I wasn't supposed to say that.
He goes,
but don't laugh. He's like, don't laugh. Like me and Sabo aren't going to let anybody laugh at him.
Oh, laugh at him. That's where I got it confused. Yeah, don't laugh. Again, laugh.
Right.
And so that's at the end of my little brother's dream.
Right. Because he said, too, that like me and Sabo, we laughed a little bit when we heard about it. We said, but we can laugh. You can't laugh.
But that's not the whole dream. That's at the end of the dream. So what does that mean?
I mean...
What? At the end of his dream? Not his dream entirely, not the beginning of his dream. Like, specifically, that is at the end of my little brother's dream.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, his goal, like whatever he wants to become, whatever that dream is, like, will be achieved at the end of his goal. I mean, it has to be. It's not going to be achieved in the middle of his goal. Maybe, but it would be...
if he became King of the Pirates...
But we know he doesn't want to be that. But we know
that's not it.
We know he doesn't want to be that. And we now know definitively that this was the same exact dream that Roger had.
Maybe that's why Yamato had Odin's... Did he have Odin's journal at that point?
Yes.
Yeah, so then that's probably why he was face cracked.
That's why Yamato, in that moment, says, I'm not going to laugh. Like, I wouldn't dream of laughing. Like, the Pirate King himself said those same words.
Yeah.
Like, tells Ace that.
Yeah.
Tells that a great man said the same exact thing documented here in Odin's journal. So that's when we find out that definitively, without doubt, Roger and Luffy share the same dream. We just still have no idea what that dream is. And I took that as like Ace and Sabo aren't going to let anybody laugh because we even saw like Whitebeard kind of laugh when Roger told him. And,
Yeah.
and Yamato's of course like, no, I would never dream of that. So because someone else said the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, of course he's gonna accomplish that. He's gonna reach that. He's gonna become that, which does beg the question. Then what is that? Which we kind of talked about in our previous episode. But what the fuck is it? Like I've been racking my brain. What is it? I don't know. But yeah. This is when we get a cute little flashback. Marco kind of flashes back to Ace asking Whitebeard to go to Wano, and we kind of get a reason why they never went back, I guess, to help Odin out, because news doesn't leave Wano, so they didn't really know what was going on in the first place, and people would have been hurt and harmed, and there would have been a war and a battle, and it would have been bad for everybody. But Big Mom tells Kaido, this is interesting too.
Yeah.
Big Mom tells Kaido, you can kill whoever you want, but you leave Nico Robin alive. And Kaido says, like, well, what about your daughter? What about your child? And she
Charlotte,
says, I'm not going to wait around for her true eye to awaken. Again, goes back to like what kind of people is like what race of people is Pudding a part of from like.
And it makes sense, like the all-knowing third eye.
Right.
It's like.
But I can't help but believe that these people, because these were a people, that they have some sort of significance and that they can read the poneglyphs as well, obviously, right? Because that's why they want Robin to decipher the poneglyphs. So these people, whoever they are, with these true eyes, can decipher these things too. Curiouser and curiouser. Big Mom, that's when she shows her hand a little bit, asks Kaido about his poneglyph, and she says that on the day the Rocks pirates fell into ruin, that she gave him a legendary model of fish fruit. Excuse me? I'm so shook my scarf came off.
Like what?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
So he's just a motherfucking dragon?
Wait, what?
Kaido.
Well, Kaido, I didn't take that as like
that's Kaido's fruit.
That's Kaido's fruit, but that Kaido has that fruit, and maybe Kaido gave that fruit to somebody. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Kaido gave that fruit to Yamato. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's Kaido, because we know what kind of fruit Kaido has. The only person we've ever seen with two fruits is Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Maybe there is some way that Kaido's holding on to that fruit to be able to do what Blackbeard did once he figures it out, but I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
I don't know who has this fruit, what this fruit is all about, but it's a legendary model fish fruit. What even kind of, is it like a Sea King fruit? Like, yeah, this is crazy. Crazy. Like, yeah. Like Kraken, like a Kraken fruit, Anyway, I hope this all gets answered by the end of Wano. I won't be disappointed if it doesn't, and I won't be surprised if it doesn't. But damn, dude, I mean, my curiosity is
peaked.
Consider it peaked. This is when Marco takes up Zoro. Yamato gives Momonosuke the journal. They talk about Luffy's dream. And we also find out that Yamato is the one who gave Ace his Vivre or Vivere card.
Yeah.
Or paper. Kid, Killer, Law, and Zoro square up against Big Mom and Kaido.
What a way to end the 1,000th chapter.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. 1,000 chapters. You know how many series? So many series don't make it this far. This series in itself is legendary. Legendary. What a way for all of these people standing here 20 years later. The promise that Odin said, the promise that Odin made, like, is being fulfilled now. These people coming together to take down Kaido. If I'm not there, and in 20 years, like, there will be others. Like, the prophecy being fulfilled before our eyes. Law transports the Akazaya samurai away to safety because they were pretty wrecked and Kinemon was pretty sad about everything, of course.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna die with my shame.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's what I'm gonna tell Kinemon. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. They got
Kinemon,
this.
you've done enough, dude.
You've done more than enough, bro. Like more than enough. Like sit back and enjoy the show.
Sit back because it's about to pop off. Luffy then flashes back to all of the tragedies he's experienced on Wano so far because of Kaido as he strikes him across the face and declares,
Bro.
I am Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will surpass you to be king of the pirates!
Even Big Mom was like, why are you letting him hit you?
He's not letting him. He's just
getting hit. I was like,
yeah, dude. Luffy's not here to play. Luffy's been trying to get up there. But everybody, all the chaos, dude, and everybody was getting in his way. Now he is finally there, and it's about to finally be Luffy versus Kaido. I didn't even think he was going to have all the help he had. I didn't even think that Law was going to be up there with him. That Kid was going to be up there with him. That Zoro was going to be up there with him. Yeah. Does that mean that Zoro is going to fight up against Kaido too? Bro, fight up against Big Mom too?
I mean, Zoro was even like, when they were like fighting with all those people, he's like, we don't got time to fuck with these nameless people.
Yes.
Like, we don't got time to fuck with this right now.
These average human beings.
Oh, get out of here.
Yuck. Because Zoro has a goal too. Luffy, yes, is going to be king of the pirates whether he likes it or not, dude. Who knows what his true dream is? But Zoro's got a dream too, to be the greatest swordsman alive. And if he wants to beat Mihawk, then beating Kaido is definitely going to help him get there.
Yeah. Especially because Mihawk ain't no warlord no more.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is absolutely incredible and insane. I know it was a lot. I know we were kind of going through a lot of what was happening, but it was so it was our best way of organizing, and kind of,
all of this information.
Yeah, going through all of the chaos that was this chunk of chapters, but beautiful chaos, satisfying chaos, epic chaos that this chunk of chapters was.
I mean, final thoughts. Gunk. I mean,
my final thoughts for this chunk.
Gunk times 2. Gunk times 1,000. I mean, again and again and again, we see just how amazing this story is, and the hype is just growing and growing and growing. And I cannot wait to read more, and I cannot wait to get to the end of it because, again, my predictions, I really have no idea what is going to transpire. Like I can't fathom it.
Yeah. Obviously, like, Luffy's gonna have to square up against Kaido. Big Mom is there too, right? Who knows? Otama being there, yes, is gonna allow them to take control of Smile Fruit users, which in turn maybe might mean, and this is a stretch, I know, but would it then be plausible, and we don't know, so if I'm completely off base, don't come at me, but maybe it extends to even like zone type devil fruit users.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, because they say it, they literally say it. I think it was page 1 or someone said, oh yeah, this is like I am transforming into this, the most powerful animal, the Triceratops animal. Dinosaurs are animals.
And maybe if she does it when they're in zone form, like, I don't know. Okay, the scarf is done too. The beauty of watching these longer episodes is you get to watch
Josh strip for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. But the cosplays slowly fall apart over the course of the episode. But
yeah, I mean that's not far-fetched at all, because that could definitely happen. I just don't know how she could get to that point. How she could even get one in the mouth. Maybe. Usopp.
Exactly.
But Usopp's kind of out of commish right now. I mean, he's pretty fucked up.
But Chopper's there, dude, to make it all right, and to get him back in fighting shape. I think that, obviously, in terms of what comes next, I more so am curious about what comes next after Wano. Like,
bro,
Luffy's going to have to square up versus Kaido. Will he be able to defeat Kaido right now? I believe that he will be able to do it, but also Big Mom is there too. I believe that it's going to be crazy to see not just Luffy and Law and Kid, but Zoro too. Like, I'm really more excited than ever to see, how Zoro fares in this battle, right?
Yeah.
But part of me also thinks that even if Kaido is defeated, that he's not going to be out of the game, or him and Big Mom aren't going to be out of the game. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
Maybe for a bit,
right?
Yeah, and they'll heal up,
they'll
regroup, and go back.
But if they are ultimately defeated and are out of the game, then that would mean to me that the new bad for the final saga would have to be Imu. Right?
It only makes sense. And, Kaido and Big Mom, the world government does not want this at all. They are, trembling in their boots,
right,
so to speak. So if Luffy does end up defeating Kaido or Big Mom, I feel like at some point, the Marines, the world government are going to have to go up there and retrieve one of them because they gotta lock them up.
Right,
they're not going to let them
right.
go free,
Right.
So I think that's what's going to happen. I think Drake is going to call up his peeps. They're going to come in, towards the end of Wano, whoever gets defeated, one of them's got to be locked up.
Maybe they won't because the Marines, the Navy, they said that at least maybe their secret force will come in, maybe. But
they're going to have to. I mean, they're not going to just let someone get defeated and then
Sengoku. Well, yeah, to lock them up in Impel Down, sure, wherever, in the deepest levels of Impel Down. But Sengoku and Akainu, when they were talking, already said, yeah, we're not going, we're not going to Wano. So, yeah, I mean, if Kaido, is Luffy going to be able to defeat Kaido? Yeah, I do believe that. I do believe he's going to be able to defeat him. And in terms of Big Mom, I feel like she will be defeated too. And if that's the case, are they going up against Imu next? This foe that they aren't even aware of? Or I don't know, dude. I don't know what comes after this. This is so fucking crazy. This is the culmination of so many chapters, and so many years, which we've been fortunate enough to experience, in a short amount of time. But yeah, dude, this was an action-packed chunk of chapters. The previous chunk, getting to see that flashback was so informative and was such a lore dump. But here we waste no time getting right back to the action.
And that's, again, why I love One Piece so much. Because you can have those.
Both.
You can have both.
And they're both done so freaking well.
Yeah. One's not lacking.
No.
Neither of them are lacking.
No.
Both other, I'm getting everything. The information and the silliness and the fun and the heartbreak and the action and the fighting and the relationships.
And so many people, maybe people who, for whatever reason, I don't know, might want to hate against One Piece because those people do exist, right? Where they, they always got something to say, right?
It's, people,
but
again, every fandom has those fans that are just
right,
you are wrong in everything you do. And it's
right,
you can't come at them with that level of
right. No, yeah. But the people out there who would argue that, One Piece is formulaic or whatever, you can see even in this arc, again, the system of levels, right? Oda loves this. And when we talked to Tekking about it, Tekking was able to shine more light onto what exactly and why exactly he does this and what it's kind of in reference to. You can see the levels, right, of Luffy having to climb the floors of the castle, just like in Impel Down, just like in Dressrosa, just like, in so many other places. But there's so many other things at play and so many other things happening to keep this fresh, to keep this new, to keep this exciting that I just don't understand. I can see why someone who doesn't fully embrace every just part of this amazing series, I could understand where they might draw that conclusion from, but it's just it's just so much more than that. And I'm losing it because we are now officially 1,000 chapters in, and it still feels like all of those things, fresh, new, exciting. Stakes have continued to rise. They have never not continued to rise. The quality of the story, if anything, just continues to elevate. There is no ceiling for this story. There's no ceiling for Luffy. There's no ceiling for Oda, and that's just the way it is. This is crazy, and I can't believe we're almost at the end of Wano.
Yeah.
and that we'll get to find out what happens and then get to start discovering what happens after, which I can't even imagine what that will be.
And again, like, we will be, the fun part about it is, like, we, week to week, we'll, like, obviously it's not going to be binging the entire series like we have been. But, we have been withheld information from people that, like, do know what's happening in Wano, like, are aware of how it ends. And we'll be there with everyone. And we'll, it'll be just as hype because we're experiencing it for the first time with everyone, instead of experiencing it for the first time and people already know what happens.
Right. And it just so happens, again, like we said earlier, that we're gonna get to do it in one shot. Like, we're so lucky to be able to get to do that. And
I know, yeah.
It's just crazy. It's been a wild fucking ride, and again, it is exceeded every expectation I ever had, and has even become and done things that I never could have expected.
Yep.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Going into these final 2 One Piece episodes, like, I'm a wreck. I'm a wreck.
And
I'm wrecked.
And you're
erect.
Damn, I really had to feed that one to you, huh?
Yeah. You had to feed me that erection.
Oh.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for this chunk of chapters. Another One Piece episode.
Yay!
Wano Act 3, Part 2, chapters 975 through chapter 1000. We're in the thousands now, baby. We're in the thousands now.
Woo!
So yeah, dude. Thank you again, guys, for watching and listening. Thank you again for being here. If you're still here watching and listening at this very moment in time, thank you for being a part of this journey with us. It has been such an amazing experience. Let us know. I mean, I know that there are people who feel differently because of, maybe how they consumed it, if it was over the course of 4 years or whatever. But let us know any and all thoughts you have about this chunk of chapters, what your feelings were, what your experience was, whether you read it a while ago or whether you're reading it along with us. Like, just, any and all comments are much appreciated. We do read them all, even if we don't, we heart as much as we can, and we respond to the ones that we respond to, but we definitely read almost all of them. And some people say that's not a great thing, but, it is what it is. So, yeah, let us know any and all thoughts you have. And again, thank you for being here on this incredible journey with us.
And stay tuned next week for, again, next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
next
I'm getting the timeline mixed up. But yeah, we got some, again, the last 2 episodes of Wano, fire cosplays planned. And
yeah, we can say for sure that we have fire cosplay, yes, planned for the next episode. And we have a very, 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 very special guest that we're going to be getting to talk about the conclusion of Wano with. And we're not going to drop that quite yet. Maybe we'll drop it in our next episode, so stay tuned for that as well.
Yay!
And again, yeah, stay tuned for so many other types of One Piece content on our channel, anime reactions too, after all of this. But let's not get too hung up on the future. Let's enjoy being in the present right now. And thank you again. Let me just straighten out my hat a little bit. Because while we are done with our discussion, we are not done with the episode quite yet. Before we go, we have to shout out, we have to thank our wonderful, our beautiful, our amazing Patreon and YouTube members. Woo! Thank each and every one of you guys from the bottom of our heart for all of your support, especially if, not especially, I mean, just no matter when you came aboard this ship, but I guess I mean, specifically to those people watching this episode, especially if you found us through our One Piece content and have decided to support us because of it. Like, it's because of you guys that a lot of the cosplays
majorly, pretty much everyone
yeah.
that we're able to
to do is because of all the cosplays we're able to do. It was a fun thing that, we didn't know how long we were going to be able to maintain it, but we've been able to do it consistently all the way through to the end of Wano, and we still have 2 bangers planned after these, and that's because of you. That's because of your support. So you get to see us looking all crazy and dressing up as the characters we all love from this amazing series, and we couldn't do it without your support. We couldn't do anything we do. We couldn't spend so much time reading what we read, putting together the episodes that we put together, down to the equipment, everything. Like, we just wouldn't be at the level that we're at without you. You are our foundation. You are the pillars.
You are
of our
our
community.
nakama.
You are our nakama. We love you guys so much and can't express our gratitude to you. So thank you so much for all of your support from the bottom of both of our hearts. We love you. And a special love you to, you know who you are.
You know.
I don't know. I just like throwing one of those in.
Yeah. It's personalized.
You know who you
exactly.
But if you're not a Patreon and YouTube member and you would like to become one, to become a Patreon member, all you got to do is go to patreon.com/volume1pod. And all you got to do to become a YouTube member is click the join button somewhere next to the subscribe button. What you're going to get is early access to all of our episodes. You're going to get access to our exclusive bonus Patreon podcast, Volume 1 Extra, and you get that on both places at our lowest tier. Our lowest tier on both places. So decide whether that is Patreon for you or YouTube for you. I believe YouTube's cuts a little more, so it's like $5 on YouTube, and
you do get some added benefits through that though. Like when we do lives, we go live every Wednesday. You'll have like a color. You can do color comments. You'll have a little emoji, Volume 1 emoji.
You get badges.
Symbol.
You get access
badges.
to emotes. You get access to those member chats when we do our community lives every Wednesday. So yeah, you can consider that to be one of the reasons why it's a little bit more on YouTube than it is on Patreon, but it's also really because of YouTube's cut. So they average out for us to be about the same thing. So $5 on YouTube, $3 over on Patreon. That's our lowest tier, dude. At our lowest tier, you get everything. You get everything at our lowest tier because we want any and all people who want to support us be given access to all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
That is always something that's been super important to us. So again, if you would like to become a Patreon member, patreon.com/volume1pod. If you want to become a YouTube member, click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video. But if you are at a place in your life where you cannot support financially, please do not ever for even a second feel bad. And even if you don't flat out want to support financially, that's fine too. There are plenty of other ways that you can show your support for absolutely free that mean just as much to us that Mehgan will tell you all about right now.
Yes, if you cannot support us financially, no worries. If you have no more berries to spare, no worries at all. All you have to do is comment on any one of our videos, like any one of our videos, or even subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And it acts as a free tip to us and our channel. It really does help us out so much, and it spreads our episodes far and wide to everyone who loves One Piece just as much as you do, just as much as we do, and it really does help us out. You can comment an emoji, or even comment algorithm gang. I see a lot of new gang members, and I have to say, you guys, I am very, very proud. Every time I see an algorithm gang comment, my heart fills with joy, and you have no idea how amazing that is for us, and it helps us out so much. And that is everything that I just listed is for free. We also have socials, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. We have lovely people in our Discord. I do want to say we have one of the best Discords in the game right now. Everyone in there holds it down. They are so respectable, so amazing, and
cool, so insightful, so funny, dude.
Yeah, if you're looking for a community to talk about anime, manga, One Piece, anything really, they are there. They hold it down. We're in there too, but it is so great. So if you want to join, go ahead. It's going to be in the description, and yeah, that's it. And like this video.
Yes, any and all ways that you choose to show your support, we appreciate all of it. Even if it's just being here all the way at the very end, view duration helps us out too. So thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. Stay tuned for more Done Piece and for more One Piece content, different types of One Piece content coming after that. That's going to do it for our Wano Act 3 Part 2 discussion. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Mehgan, is...
I think we should do... the Monkey D. Luffy line.
Oh, the whole line?
The whole line.
The whole line? Okay. I am Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will surpass you.
You can read it.
And,
read it off the paper.
Okay. As always, we should say, in the words of a great man.
In the words of a great man.
Right. So I'll tee it up that way.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And in the words of a great man, I am Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will surpass you to be king of the pirates! Let's go! end of Wano!
Not yet.
Well, it's almost the end.
It's end of us, yeah.
We're in the end game.
End game.
What is going to happen? Who knows? Only time will tell.